밀릴 수밖에 없습니다. 블라이트 위인 게 되게 중요한데요.
그렇죠.
위치가 썩 좋지
자,
못한데요.
플라잉 머신은 어떻게 잘라먹느냐가 좀 중요합니다.
그렇죠.
리치가 남아있어. 리치 들어갔고
안 돼요.
리치는 무적 갖고
네.
GG.
싸움만 들어가서 클레로한테 마시면 되니까.
약간 가불기거든요.
인페일
무적.
매번 성공하던 인페일이 무적. 와 얼굴 돌리자마자
이거
클났어. 이거 잡아놔야 돼요. 잡아놔야 돼요.
이거
잡아놔야 돼요.
MC 공을 해야
잡아놔야
돼요.
돼요. 와 이걸
140. 1.
길 막아야 돼.
내리면 더.
멀티를 귀찮게.
58. 저 샘퍼.
아이고야 이거는 포탈 눌렀네.
포션은 있는데
먹었어요. 안 해?
저걸 잡는다고요?
아니 저 클러가 있어. 와
포탈 태우고 있다. 무적 풀이
끝까지
돌아왔어.
무적. 이게 봐야 돼요 진짜 이거.
이거 근데 막 로코트 소음 쓸 수가 없어요 지금.
네,
인페이. 팔라딘을.
이거는요. 이건 잡은 느낌이 드는.
팔라전사.
그런데 크리트로드 전사.
팔라전사가 더 크지 않을까 싶은데요 이거는 그래도.
그래도 뒤쪽으로 빼면서.
자 마킹까지 전사 체인지.
잡았으면.
저 프리스트가 좀 문제인 것 같아요.
그러네요.
저 프리스트가
오.
하나 먹은 건가요? 데스나이트 경험치가 올랐죠.
4인가요? 아이고 이것도.
이거 프리스트
하게
평타로
되겠-
죽은 건
오!
약간 이거
좀 더 안정적으로 플레이했으면 좋겠는데 나는
위드필링에
막아주는데요.
자 포탈 타세요. 집에 가세요.
누르세요. 손님.
가셔야 돼요 이거 진짜
손님.
위험해요.
손님.
이거 하늘의 제왕이에요 저 친구는 정말.
이거 만화번 정말.
나가씨
이거는
이게 무슨 이거 말도 안.
돌아왔나요? 노라이가 돌아왔나요?
시작했나? 이거 지금 드라이어드 병력이 지금 이거 오히려 잡으려고 오는 건가 싸우려고 오는 것 같은데요?
나머지 번째 어디 갔어요?
일로
옆에
오고
있네요.
있어요. 일로 오고 있어요.
이거 반지의 제왕에서 본 것 같은데요? 옆에서 빛을 비치면서 걸어왔었던 간달프 느낌.
그렇죠. 자 무적 있어요. 데스나이트는
버텨줍니다. 어쩔 수 없이.
일단 돈은 같이 이거였네요.
이거 선 좀 넘는데요.
지금 위에 지금
왔나요?
기본 팀 자체가 말이 안 되거든요.
왜냐면 공격력을 끝까지
그렇죠. 그렇지.
이거
너 빨리 녹여요.
자 그런데 이거 뒤에 있는 드라이어가 생각보다 데미지를 많이 입고 있는 상황이라서요.
네. 자 근데 리치가
걸어왔었던 간달프 느낌.
그렇죠. 자 무적 있어요. 데스나이트는
버텨줍니다. 어쩔 수 없이.
일단 돈은 같이 이거였네요.
이거 선 좀 넘는데요.
지금 위에 지금 기본 팀 자체가 말이 안 되거든요.
왜냐면 공격력을 끝까지
그렇죠. 그렇지.
이거
너 빨리 녹여요.
자 그런데 이거 뒤에 있는 드라이어가 생각보다 데미지를 많이 입고 있는 상황이라서요.
네. 자 근데 리치 전사.
아이고 이런 플레이가
플라이한테 졌던 거를 여기다 풀었어요 지금 보니까. 딜이.
선언하면서.
네.
홍보 22팀 팀장 홍준호. 나 홍준호 한시대를 풍미했던 프로게임은 동시에 월드 사이버 게임 WCG 홍보 정말 딱 맞는 의뢰야.
안녕하세요.
이건 언니 사진이야?
본인.
본인. 제가 누군지 몰라요? 외국인이야?
코리안.
일본 호카 슬로. 본인을 한 단어로 표현하자면? 우현 씨는 제가 뭐 기존에 어떤 일을 했던 사람인지 알아요?
네네네. WCG는 아주 세계에서 보는 그런 게임 회사거든요. 다 준우승, 다 은메달, 2등만 공주 노래였고요.
내 이름 홍진호. 빌어먹을 홍보 22팀 너무 쉽게 수락했지?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Play Day 9 of the World Cyber Games Connected 2020. We go beyond the game once again, and it's time for 120 versus LinGuaGua and Infi versus WCG. My name is Neo, you're here at Back to Warcraft, and the 2 in Back to Warcraft stands for 2 casters, and that's why I got Remo Demo by my side.
Of course, wouldn't want to miss the games here today. Our last, play day of this week, and the last chance for 120. It's going to be him today playing up against LinGuaGua and Infi versus Shishi. Those sound like 2 heavily favored matches on paper, but don't be so sure quite yet, guys, because WCG has produced quite a few upsetting games already.
Indeed, and we're getting closer to the finish of the group stage, so we had to say goodbye to LinGuaGua already, but his group is pretty damn tense. We're gonna go into that in a bit. Well, Cyber Games, 4 games we have here in this wonderful competition, and for Warcraft 3 we have 2 tournaments, 1-on-1 and the team competition as well. The solo competition, we started with 16 players, we're going to cut down to 8, and then we're going to cut down to 4, $25,000 on the line for Warcraft 3.
Last year seemed to belong all to China. We had 2 Chinese in the finals with Infi and TH Moon only in quotes making it to 3rd place. This year, we again have the rivalry, China versus Korea, the 2 strongest nations in our favorite game. Who's going to come out on top? It's been, seeing players from both sides of the aisle looking quite impressive already, but Moon, the WCG curse we have in Group A, he may not even make it out this time.
He could be eliminated, definitely, and we will see the standings in a bit as far as I know the WCG production. We are here every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at noon to bring you the best games between the Chinese and the Korean players, as we have the Seoul and Shanghai connection established here this year, and there it is. Group A, that is where we start today. 1-2-0, 1-1 only. Winning over Moon, but losing to Chimiko. LinGuaGua eliminated. Moon coming back from that 1-0 defeat with a 3-0 over him. So the young orc is out. In Group B, it is a decision match. Do or die. Lin already qualified, but who will follow him? Infi and WCG to be determined later today.
Group C, we're gonna have next week then, TH and... Oh, there it went. There's a really even over there. Everyone is at 1-1, so anything can still happen over there. And Group D, it's gonna be between Sock and Lawlion. Here we see the matches of this week. We had quite a few 3-0s already. I hope we're gonna have a few closer games today.
Well, if you're a 1-2-0 fan, you might hope for a 3-0 though, because if you look at the map scores, it doesn't look too great for him. He kinda needs a 3-0 today. He had a great start, but then defeated by Chimiko. That was a huge upset at LinGuaGua. He was demolished by Moon. In what state is he at the moment? How does he bounce back from this defeat? It is interesting how these guys play. We'll go into that in a bit. We have Amazonia, we have Northern Isles, and Terranastat.
Terranastat left in the pool. Interesting. Normally that is vetoed oftentimes. I wonder if we're going to see a crypto there perhaps. Northern, Terranas, and AZ. In fact, that's very unusual now.
Yeah. I was surprised
Normally
as well.
Normally it's always Terranas vetoed by the Undead, especially 1-2-0, and AZ vetoed by the Orc. But here, we don't see it that way. In fact, these vetoes look a lot like Crypt Lord specific vetoes.
Yeah, that might be an option here. These players, they are very, very different from the norm. Let's go into this once the game starts and focus a little bit on the group. So at the moment, Chimiko is 2-0 with 4 points. He still has to face Moon. Not easy, but he's leading the pack at the moment. Moon yesterday with the 3-0, that was a big point for him. Second place, also with 4 points. Chimiko and Moon will face each other on the last playday. 1-0, 1-1, 3 points. So if he's scoring 2 points here, that means that he needs a 3-0 win from either Moon or Chimiko to advance to the playoffs, am I right?
So he definitely advances with a 3-0, 1-0 does, so it's in his own hands. But if it's only 2-1, then in the case that Chimiko wins, he's through anyways, because Moon is going to have 2 losses, right? So if Jamiko wins, it doesn't matter. Then the match score for 1-0, should he win, is not important. But if he goes 2-1, and if also Moon goes 2-1, then it's going to be him and Jamiko at exactly the same points, and then it's going to go head-to-head. And in that case, 1-0 would not advance, as he lost to Jamiko in the group stage.
Ooh, okay. So let's aim for that sweet 3-0 between 1-0 and LinGuaGua. If you're an Undead fan, if you have a little bit of a hatred against the Scourge, then you might root for the unusual Orc. So why are these guys so unusual? There's a path in a Warcraft game that's called the meta, that is the standard. Usually a lot of players are following this, but I don't know if these players' navigation system is kind of off or something, but they, even in the first hero picks, they diverge from the standard. Usually you see DK or Cryptlord. 1-2-0 throws in a Cryptlord here and there. Open up with a Lich sometimes and goes heavier Cryptlord than most of the Asian undeads these days. And LinGuaGua, dude, he's all over the place. We've seen him open with a TC Headhunter build, and he played Liquid Fire Bat Riders against Moon the other day. So how can we even predict what's going to happen here?
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to have some surprises in this best of 3. This is what makes these players really fun. And 1-0, of course, the standout Undead from China, has always been very experimental. We see him here. Papa Roach. Cryptlord being played first with the Ghoul build. The top Undead in China, or in Asia, I should say, 1-0 is very experimental, whereas the number 1 Undead in Europe, the complete opposite. Happy pretty much has one style only, everyone knows what he's gonna do, but he's so damn strong with it. With the Cryptlord, when he first came out a few months ago, it was very confusing, wasn't it? Because for once, it was Europe leading the way, innovating with the Cryptlord, not in the hands of Happy really, more like Xlord and Krav, and China and Korea were reluctant to pick him up. They very quickly discarded him as being bad and didn't really play him in any tournaments, but then it was Xlord especially at WGL showing what the hero can do. And now the Chinese and Koreans are starting to hop aboard the Cryptlord train, but since then, he has been nerfed quite a bit, not so strong anymore, but in the hands of 1-2-0 is still certainly a very strong option.
Everything is a pretty strong option in the hands of 1-2-0. Second best Undead in the world, I think that has been established by now, and definitely the best Undead in Asia. Only second to Happy in Russia, of course. So, LinGuaGua, how good is he against this style? Because the Cryptlord is usually dictating the pace of the game.
Yeah, the fast expansion is also a strategy that 1-2-0 has been experimenting a lot with, not just against Orc, we also saw it against Night Elf, in the mirror, and against Human, I guess less so the case. Even before the Cryptlord, he tried DK Fast Expo, he tried Lich Fast Expo, he even tried Dreadlord Fast Expo, he tried all these different things, but Cryptlord seems to be the strongest. Once you get him to level 3, he becomes really strong, and early on, already on level 1, with the Beetles, you can creep really well. Normally, when we look towards Europe especially, where a lot of players have gotten quite good against Cryptlord already, there's a lot of pressure against the Cryptlord early, when you can kite well against him, when he doesn't have a level 3 yet. That seems to be key oftentimes, but LinGuaGua is playing it very passively so far, was just creeping up to level 2, but is now moving across.
Yeah, his first hero choice might already be a little bit of a downside to him. Usually you kind of want to fast here against this, but players like Hitman have shown us the way. If you have great creep steal capabilities, item steal capabilities, and good last hits in general, you might be able to do the necessary damage to reach the state of the game where you are in favor and out-tech the undead. That's the first cancel, and that's a little bit of time bought.
Yeah, and that expansion wasn't so fast to begin with, so this is certainly a good delay. I'm very surprised 1-2-0 didn't go for the dust. Was he so sure it was going to be a Farseer that he would be facing? Because with there being no dust, the Blade Master can be quite bold. He's buying Claws of Attack at the marketplace. You can, of course, do that on this map. He healed up decently again. It's hard to get the Grunts involved, though. They could get Nerup surrounded very, very easily.
Yeah, or Impale surrounded, second spell, of course, for the undead. You kind of want to save it for a very crucial moment. You don't want to spam your mana too much, because that means you have fewer beetles, and you want a lot of beetles all the time. Hard to engage into this now for LinGuaGua, as there's threats everywhere.
I like the fewer Beatles there, Neo. Stannis Baratheon would be so proud.
Dude, you've been barking at me for this for like 2 years. I'm a little of a stubborn guy, but sometimes it sticks, you know?
Not just you. I've been screaming that at everyone.
I know,
Yes.
I know.
You know, we as Germans, we do appreciate grammar, don't we?
Of course.
So, expansion here will be finishing.
player's
There was a
forces are
delay,
under
yes,
attack.
but it wasn't that significant, I suppose. Shadowhunter will be coming out around the time that the expo finishes. Question is, how quickly can 120 tech up to tier 2 himself, get the second hero out, which should be the DK, and still get creeps off the map? This is where Hitman plays the Blade Master style so well against
Town is
Undead.
under
He can't really
siege.
cancel or delay the expansion by too much, but he creeps the map away from the Undead. And then at some point he will counter-expand in the late game. But the more important thing is you take the camps away from the Undead. Crippler will be level 3, of course. Maybe even he's gonna get level 4. But keeping the levels away from the DK and Lich later on, if you manage that, you can certainly still take a decent fight, even if you're down in level.
All right.
No, wait. Down in army, I mean.
Yeah. So far, we have pretty even armies, and I wonder what LinGuaGua's game plan is, because at the moment he's going into a normal tier 3 orc army, if I saw that correctly, with the Shadowhunter 2nd, TC 3rd, and Raiders, and Walkers? He's even tier 2.
Oh, yeah. In towers.
What?
Okay.
Towers against the Beatles, I guess that kind of makes sense if you can't afford it. But Raider Walker against mass ghouls.
Yeah, this looks quite all in already, doesn't it? Decent cancel here from the blade in the main. There was a crypt, I believe. But it's not like 120 necessarily needs that crypt right now so badly.
It's a graveyard.
Yeah. Oh, getting that one actually. Would
Yeah.
delay the fiends.
The
That would be
player's
annoying.
forces are
But
under
against the
attack.
ghouls and the narrow, it's not so easy.
Right?
So it seems like
Yeah. Shadowhunter can creep. That's level 2 for him. Goes Hex first, then Heal Wave. So this is a... Oh, Greater Mana. Wonderful. Still no tech. Still Raider Walker. For LinGuaGua, this is the most unusual build. And in general, it's a very unusual build.
yeah, and he's playing this tier 2 style, which is risky.
Wyvern.
Weak late game transition, but doesn't he need to play it more aggressively? Go in, snipe ghouls, use the hex, maybe threaten hero kill, and creep the camps away from the undead. Now that he has his army here standing in the middle, it is very beneficial to creep here on Northern Isles. The 2 middle camps give a lot of experience and good items. And currently 120 with only his ghouls can't really contest that.
Okay, for a second I thought, okay, is he going into Walker Wyvern so he can't be hit by Beetles and Impale? But he's switching to Raiders right now. Imagine he can kill the Graveyard and then goes into Wyvern. That would have been pretty bad for 120. Speaking of pretty bad, this Overseer goes to LinGuaGua, so it's missing experience and the Rune Bracers for the Blade Master.
That's very nice. Not very relevant right now when the nuke is so limited with only level 1 Impale. But we're gonna have a Lich and a DK coming at some point. And then those bracers, root bracers, are certainly gonna be quite nice indeed. Yeah, it was Fly showing us how good in the super late game Wyvern can be against Undead. Oftentimes in the past, they used to be put aside as being, you know, webbed and killed too easily. But if you have a strong triple hero with the TC and perhaps even some Spirit Link, maybe, but not necessarily. But you have just a lot of Wyvern with good hero control. You can oftentimes snipe those fiends very quickly, especially with Stomp coming into the mix later. But we only have tier 2. And again, LinGuaGua takes 1 item from the middle, and then he falls back. Gives the map again to the undead. Doesn't pressure, but he's at least opening up the natural, and with that, we'll want to expand.
Yeah, looks like an expansion. He has 500 gold. That is 2 towers at least. But we saw a Temple of the Damned reroll. And no tier 3 tech yet. This looks to me like a Banshee push?
Yeah, the tier 2 Banshee push with DK has been seeing more and more play, especially in Asia. You don't want to wait until tier 3 when the Orc has his counter expansion up and everything. You push early, maybe with a few Fiend upgrades. 60 to 70 supply is really strong. Very hard for the Orc to deal with. He's bringing the ghouls as well. Wouldn't be too surprised here to see a heal scroll perhaps. There's no aura yet for the undead, but still, just the standing forces of Fiends and ghouls and a few Banshees are dangerous.
Oi, that was a wonderful impale. Heal Wave and Spirit Link rattling through to the army is quite tanky at the moment. Statue taken out, no regen anymore, but he's kind of forgetting about the Walker. Saves him to the back, that's nice. Web is available, so bye-bye Wyvern. Grunts are falling in the front as well. It's a 10 supply lead for the Undead. Saving the ghouls quite nicely. The Fiends are barely touched. Like a virgin, I guess. Here we go, going for the Crypt Lord, who has no TP, but the big invul potion. Maybe didn't check the inventory in time. Now it's time to slaughter the Fiend, but there's also Burrow. Good fight so far with the in the micro department, but okay, is getting there now. I was about to say, not too many kills there, but LinGuaGua is dwindling in supply. More and more kills here.
Yeah, the fight so far didn't look too bad, but the thing is 1-0 has so much reinforcement power out of his 4 production buildings, and with more Banshees coming in, and especially more statues coming in, that is so much staying power. The DK got close to level 2, and that's gonna mean the aura very, very soon. The expansion, Great Hall, is still a decent bit away from finishing. Org Expos, of course, as we know, take a very long time. That should be a cancel. There are 2 towers here, but they're not even reinforced defenses, so they can get taken out really easy.
Yeah, he's trying to repair, but people are showing up to work a little late here on this Wednesday. Maybe had a couple of beers too much yesterday. Good focus fire on the statues all the time, like Ensnare, Blade Master focus, trying to connect with the Raiders as well. With Curse, of course, that's not too easy. And yeah, speaking of Curse, the damage output of this army is not enough. Against Coil, against soon-to-be Unholy Aura, there's just so much sustain.
Oh, good dispel right there. Got a lot of got rid of a lot of that curse, and the Banshees are very low mana. Some Spirit Link is still active. Good dodging from the Fiends. Some are borrowed, but there is a Dust as well. I think that was the last charge of the Dust. After that, Fiends can use the borrow abilities again. Seems like the statue count is always a little low by 1-0. He only goes for 1, doesn't make 2. That perhaps a macro, mistake by him. And LinGuaGua has a chance to push this back, going for the Crypt Lord now. He has a new invul. The DK so close to level 2, but doesn't quite have it yet. And mana is running out for the Undead. But also, LinGuaGua's army is dropping lower and lower.
Oh, Blade Master in a world of trouble. Frostmourne hungers, but he gotta stay hungry. Won't be fed here. 1-0 is falling back though. LinGuaGua defends this, so we will be on 2-base. But for how long? That's the question. Tier 3 on the way. There's another Temple of the Damned. He might just follow this up with a Necro push against Walkers. It would be a long tech tree, but with 1-0, you never know. Still Tier 2, still only Raider Walker Kodos. But okay, a little bit more time to let the expansion pay off. 70 supply for the Undead. But, oh man, with Tier 3 comes the 3rd hero, comes Destroyers, comes Banshee upgrade and whatnot. Orb, of course. It's not the easiest game anymore for LinGuaGua. Impales are really good, but now mana is low. No mana potion here. He does have a town portal in case he wants to fall back. But okay, his army is just too strong. Can't contest this, LinGuaGua.
Tier 3 is severely missing. Now the choice to stay Tier 2 is really starting to hurt the Orc over here. We have more Banshees coming. The great thing about the Temple, the double Temple play, is you can go for Banshee, Adept training, Master training, and still produce Banshees from the other Temple in the meantime. So it doesn't stop your production so much to go for these upgrades. And, you know, once you have the Master training, I know, Neo, you're a big fan of those Undead Kodos, aren't you?
Take over the Kodos, man. 10% damage boost. Let's go. I love that. Dispel on the Beetles, getting closer to not the most significant levels, to be honest.
Are under attack.
But yeah, how to deal with these Banshees. Blade Master can do it, I guess. Ensnare can interrupt it. But that would be a typical 1-0 play, right? Just flashy, shiny, entertaining possession plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's really liking the position in this game. He's got a DK getting close to 3, Crypt Lord getting closer to 5. The Lich will be coming out soon. He's going to be under leveled, but the good thing about Lich is even on low levels, he has very good impact with the Orb of Corruption. And I guess Frost Armor still would be the better choice. Level 1 Nova is so-so, but level 1 Frost Armor makes a big difference.
Was about to point this out as well. This army is mostly melee. And there's already Curse, so if you have a mischance on your units and they're all slowed down, again, this is not enough damage for LinGuaGua, I guess. But maybe Tier 3 can fix that. He does have this spell going into Headhunters now, which seems to be a decent choice. Sort of cunning for the Blade Master as well. A little bit more damage, and we're getting into crit level 2 territory. With the claw, with the circlet, with the hood. Could be high red numbers.
You see the Dark Ranger, by the way. No Lich, very surprisingly. And also no Orb of Corruption yet. The Dark Ranger is a decent orb carrier. But the downside is you can't make use of her Black Arrow then.
Life Drain,
but of
baby.
course, for the silence, it can be really good. Is this the time he plays Life Drain? Does he feel so confident? Perhaps he should. He's at 80 supply. He's looking strong.
I mean, if units die during Life Drain, you get a skeleton as well, right?
That's true.
It's also a channeling spell. That means you can't apply the orb effect, so not perfect, I guess. What's also missing is Nova here against the repairing workers, but maybe it is already enough. LinGuaGua 600 gold, 120 already at 80, and by now I think Master Training should be finished, but the Banshees are quite exposed. Good engagement so far, but here we have Possession. Oh, Hexed, but one goes through, should go through. Yep, that's an Undead Raider right there.
Pit Lord joining the ranks of the Orc here for a bit of damage mitigation on the other side. It's a big fight here between the two armies. Impale's hitting pretty damn well. Shadow very effective here, but even without it, the 80 supply army by 120 just can't be stopped. I'm surprised he's not going for upgrades on the Fiends. That could be very efficient. But I guess he feels he's got so many badges and statuses as well that the value wouldn't be so high. The heroes are really taking over. The Crypt Lord and DK so strong. I didn't even see the silence used, but he did use it. So the Dark Ranger did her job as well, I guess, and the expansion here will be lost. Is there a comeback potential? Can the Orc triple hero take over? When there's no TC in the game,
Yeah, man.
that's hard to do.
It's not looking too great, and 120 is just continuing to buy Banshees, so in a better position. I think Possession can take over more units, so whatever LinGuaGua builds will be joining the Undead ranks sooner than later. There's still so much mana waiting for the Possession. Man, it's so many Banshees! It's like 6, 7, 8 Banshees at this point. Possession
He's trying the
in.
code of Possession right now.
Yep, Hex though. Okay, that's it. GG. Can't fight an Undead Kodo too much. And that is game 1 for 120.
Crypt Lord fast expansion, victorious here. 120 has a solid game plan, good creep route, hits his levels in time. I think the way he was able to contest the middle and make sure that the Orc didn't spiral out of control with the levels was really crucial. Questionable strategy by LinGuaGua though. The tier 3 rush with a fast TC, that's normally how you come back into that game. Level up the Torrent Chieftain, who can be such a strong hero in the later stages. But he had a different idea, didn't quite work out. But, well, he's going to have another chance. Terranos Stand, our next map, might very well be another Crypt Lord game.
Yeah, man. I wonder what even was the game plan for LinGuaGua. Feels like he didn't hit any timings at all. And he was very hesitant, was very passive. Not too perfect, but 120. Again with the tier 2 Banshee push. And maybe LinGuaGua just wasn't expecting that. He displayed that already against Moon, right? Pretty sure he did.
I don't quite remember that, but yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Yeah, that tier 2 Banshee push, I really like it. It puts pressure on the Orc. It doesn't give so much freedom for their tier 3 style. And maybe that's why LinGuaGua decided not to rush tier 3, not to try to greedily level the TC. But at the same time, it didn't look that much better. Honestly, if 120 had been better on the statue production, that would have been a lot scarier. That could have been done even better. And I haven't seen the best way to deal with that tier 2 push yet. I think that's something that the Orcs are still trying to figure out.
Yeah, right. I mean, Curse is a big problem. You don't have too much dispel. You want the Spirit Link up at all times. It's really not easy to handle this as an Orc. And 120 figured this out. Well done. And now 2 maps away from the playoffs.
Absolutely. As we said earlier, if 120 makes this a 3-0, he is guaranteed through. Whether it's Chimiko or Moon also making it through, that's going to be a story for the last playday in Group A. But if he wins 3-0, he is guaranteed through. If he only wins 2-1, it is not necessarily in his hands. In that case, he might not make it out of Group A. So he has to stay serious here. He has to play at 100% his best to ensure he makes it out of the group stages.
Yeah, we know that he likes to fool around and to display some clowny strategies. Dreadlord comes to mind. But maybe today is not the day. LinGuaGua, man, this poor soul is on a 0-6 map streak at the moment. Won the first map against Chemico, and from there on out, all losses.
It's a little rough. It's a little rough, but it's
Hurts
such
my
a sick
soul.
group as well. Chimico, Moon, and 120. As we said before, for whatever reason, he always lands in these killer groups. Poor LinGuaGua.
Yeah, I can't wait for DreamHack Asia, man. That, I don't know, dude. I just expect the worst here, but he's always encouraged. He's always trying something new. He always comes up with new stuff. So it is always nice to see LinGuaGua games. Even as a LinGuaGua fan, when he's defeated, it's always something special, something spicy.
Something spicy, something fresh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that game on Echo Isles with the Shockwave, that was one of the sickest games we've had so far in WCG with invis plays, with base race. That is a style that LinGuaGua seems to like a lot, something he's very strong at, but especially against the Cryptlord Fast Expo. How are you supposed to start base laming? He's up in economy, he can defend pretty easily. He has Impale as well to lock down your raiders. How are you going to abuse Pillage like that?
Yeah, that's a pretty good question. That's a pretty good question.
Yeah, Terranos Stand, our second map. I would assume that 120 once again will be playing a Cryptlord Fast Expo here. It is certainly a good map for it. If this wasn't WCG and if this wasn't Do or Die, I would not be surprised by a Dreadlord. But since it is so important, I don't believe he will go for that. Would be quite ballsy indeed. And yeah, LinGuaGua, what could he do against that? Blademaster, early harass, it's so hit or miss. If you don't get the creep steals, if the Cryptlord easily creeps up, if you don't delay the expansion too much, if perhaps you lose a grunt as well, it gets so rough so quickly. Especially in Europe, we have seen orcs dealing with Cryptlord expansion very well with Farseer, Headhunter, and then TC second, and going late themselves and expanding at some point as well. That still seems to me like it's the more reliable and better strategy, but not seen so much by LinGuaGua yet. But I'm sure he's played it before. I'm sure he's played all the heroes in all constellations.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Tinker first, Alchemist first. Just, try it out. For 120, I could even see Maz Gargs in a match like this if it's not WCG, but yeah, no map can be lost for him. And if he wins this one as well, he gets playoff points on map 3. So let's see where this leads us. Game 1 was already interesting with possessed orc units. How often do you see that? Hopefully a little more often in the future. Terranos Stand it is. We got 120 in the blue upper left, and we got LinGuaGua in the bottom right in the orange.
All right. New color, new luck. The deck has been reshuffled. We see an altar quickly. Question is, Farseer or Blademaster? What's it gonna be? For 120, it is the Ghoul build that we were expecting on Terranos. Ghouls with a fast expansion. Definitely what I imagine we'll be seeing here. And most likely the Cryptlord. Or is he actually going to try to bust out the Dreadlord? It would be a ballsy, confident play, which definitely is in line with 120's personality. But at the same time, it's kind of risky. After all, you want to make sure you get out of these group stages.
Okay. Is it the Cryptlord again? Or does he have something special up his sleeve? And is it this time a Farseer, maybe? Hero choices, very important. For 120, he puts his trust in the Beetle Boss again. So Cryptlord for the second time on this map. What?
Whoa!
Yo! It's a Shadow Hunter first.
Cool. Classic LinGuaGua. Okay. Shadow Hunter first on Terranos Stand used to be very fashionable. against Night Elf for quite a while with the Serpent Ward power leveling and then push. It's also a classic Shadowhunter Pit Lord combo on Terranas, which in theory cleave against beetles can work, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you could also, I don't know, man. Serpent wards, like snakes against beetles? That sounds, in a realistic world, like the snakes would win easily.
A town is
Depends
under
on the
siege.
beetles, I guess.
Dude, have
Oh,
you
and
seen
the
those
snakes.
level 3 beetles, dude? Oh, they're scary.
Serpent
So,
ward level
like-
3 are also not too bad. But anyway, get the lightning shield creep here, and maybe this is a little confusing to 1-0 as well. Like, what are you doing? What is your plan? Interesting. Scroll of the Beast
A
might
player's
help.
forces are under attack.
For a second there, I thought he lightning shield denied the big boy, but no. Good creep. Really good creep by LinGuaGua. Pulling this off perfectly. Gonna get level 2 right away, but so will the Crypt Lord. With the skull, you can creep that pretty easy. Skull plus beetles. Not setting up the narrow tower right away, surprisingly. Is he so greedy to go for the expansion first?
No, there it is.
There it is.
And
Good
LinGuaGua
position,
is just muscling up as well. He got 2 slippers. Maybe he regrets not going Blade Master here, but of course the Shadowhunter is also an agility hero, so he benefits from these slippers
A
as
player's
well.
forces are under
Heal
attack.
wave first, not decided for a second spell. Remo, I have no clue what this is.
Yeah, this is quite weird. If the Shadow gets to 3 fast, the Serpent Wards, we've seen how strong they can be against hunts. There they do bonus damage. Against ghouls they don't, but they still do a decent job. As the next Lightning Shield creep here, it's pretty cool. And we do see the Serpent Wards now. Is that level 3 for the Shadow? That would be a sick creep route if it is. Oh, but it's scouted.
Okay, I think he's kind of gambling for mana potions and stuff. Already slot starved. Okay, we'll fix. Oh, losing a grunt. Oh no, LinGuaGua! You can't give 1-0 these gifts.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good. Let me tell you.
How would you know?
Second scroll of the beast.
Things like this never happen to us.
You mean making mistakes?
Making mistakes, losing anything to creeps, like not 2 heroes or something.
yeah, now I get it. Yeah, no.
Never.
We are flawless. Everybody knows that.
Always.
Damn, the next lightning shield creep. 3 lightning shield creeps in a row. This is pretty cool. But 1-0 is coming in, and that impale might hurt.
Okay, there we go. It did hurt for sure. Oh, is he surrounded? I think he is. He didn't sell his town portal. Alright. Shadow Priest, next one goes to 1-0. It is a cool snake pit, doing quite some damage with the level 2 snakes, but... is that enough? It's going for mercenary surround, lols.
This is pretty weird.
Yep.
At the moment, you can fight against the beetles pretty well, though. One berserker died already. The second one will be kept alive. And thanks to the mana potion, there's still lots of spells left to use for the Shadow. He's gonna retreat a little bit. If he pushes with a lot of snakes and his mercs, that could be
A player's
dangerous.
Yeah, he
forces
still has
are
the
under
mana
attack.
potion, and it is the Pit Lord, dude. You called it.
Yeah.
I never
Shadow
think I would.
Pit Lord.
Yep. Never thought I'd see the day, but here we go. Cleave first. He doesn't have much many items to boost his damage here. That's a little unfortunate. But yeah, lots of mana. But for what? Piercing damage against the upcoming undead army? I don't know, man.
Yeah, 1-0 should definitely transition here into a fiend army. Just simply more solid the later
Yep.
the game goes, rather than ghouls, especially against Serpent Wards. We don't have a second crypt yet, which seems a little greedy by 1-0. Saw the tech beforehand. Good scouting here always by the undead, making sure he's not going to get creepjacked. A creepjack could really hurt, considering he doesn't have a TP. But perhaps now he might be looking for the creepjack, but no, I guess he doesn't. 1-0 just wants to creep up a little bit, get level 4 perhaps, and he could start a run by into the orc base. And in fact,
A
that looks
town
like
is under
where he's heading.
siege.
Interesting. game again. But from this point on, 1-0 can be so dominant. Like, maybe he has to wait a minute or two. And of course, the Orc heroes get a little bit stronger, but especially the level 3 Shadowhunter is not providing anything but, like, I guess, healing. Level 3 Serpent Wards, not really the way to go. And the Pit Lord still needs some time. I'm not too sold on the strat, Remo.
Yeah, when's the power spike? When's the attacking?
Yeah, that's my problem as well. Like, I guess there's a little bit of a power spike for 1-0 here. Just running into the base with a lot of stuff.
Oh, he cancelled the shop in the main, and
Yep.
the Beatles killed the first shop.
Yep.
There's absolutely no heal salves available. How
Yep.
hurt is the army for GuaGua is the question.
No
Pretty
clarities
hurt.
for the Shadowhunter as well. Priest can heal a little, but their mana is almost out.
A player's forces are under
I'm a little
attack.
baffled. I'm a little stunned.
Well, there could be an opportunity now for LinGuaGua to go for a good play. If he moves north and they'll find the creep jack. But again, great scouting by 1-0. Always covering his approach. Making sure he's not going to get blindsided with the Beatles at all times. And now he's getting the next item. He's got the Zeppelin here as well to get all the ghouls out of trouble. The Beatles are expendable. And with that drop also now with the Zeppelin, with the Shredder as well,
A
he
player's
can
forces
threaten
are
the
under
economy
attack.
once again.
Zeppelin drop. Man, this was the play for Orc versus Undead for quite some time. And now it's revenge with the Shredder drop. Killing some peons and again going for the shop, man. This is brutal. No regen at all for LinGuaGua. It's not finishing.
I still remember this is what he tried against Chimiko on Northern Isles, and then the Zeppelin got interrupted, or intercepted I should say, got killed. The the Crypt Lord was lost, and it all turned south so quickly. But if this harass comes through, it's really scary. And yeah, still no clarity, still no shop. This is such a pain in the butt. At least the Crypt Lord is leveling up to 3. He's doing 2 units to the creeps though, that doesn't feel good. In the meantime, 1-0 is rich. He can go into upkeep here, no problem if he wants.
Yep. Cleave level 2 now, plus Howl, Heal Scroll, Heal Wards, and Book of the Dead.
Player's
The one
forces are
push,
under
if there's no
attack.
Dispel, could be pretty damn good. And I guess there is no Dispel at the moment. And just a solo Crypt Lord, man, for a long, long, long time.
The sacrificial pit, dude. Does he want to go worms?
I don't know. I mean, it's good to have shades on the map, but it's 1-0. I could see that.
That could be good. There's no Blade Master, who with Orb of
The
Lightning
town
is one of
is
the best
under
answers.
There's no Hex.
There's no Hex, true. There's very few Headhunters. In fact, there's none. There's very little piercing damage. But actually, it might be getting cancelled at the sacrificial pit. We have a lot of ghouls here, but ghouls cannot get out microed pretty easily. At the moment, 1-0 hasn't hit his stride yet. His army isn't that strong. He's still waiting for his tech to kick in and the DK to come out.
Okay, pushing into an undead base. You know how much I like that. Not at all. But since he's in tech, there's no tower here to support him. Oh, but the statue is. He's towering. Oh, just a shop. Okay, I thought he's gonna put up a tower and siege him. There is mana for lots of impales. It's all ground. Howl of Terror is pretty nice. As I said, no Dispel. DK is here, but the impale. Man, 1-0 nails these impales the entire day already.
That heal ward though. Oh my god,
Yep.
sick healing. And there is no ranged
There's
units.
no
There's
range.
0 fiends. There's no lich. Statues, I guess. Oh, the next impale though. Beautiful heal scroll. Heals that up again.
Yep. Let's see. There's 4 Serpent Wards. Big level Serpent Wards. And the ghouls do very limited damage, and they're all lining up to be hit by the level 2 Cleave from the Pit Lord, who is slowed down, arguably, but it's pretty good. Oh, man.
DK getting caught.
Impale
But
again.
there's only-
Exactly.
Nice impale. That's the next heal scroll. That's the last heal scroll for the orc.
DK is just dead like that. And now there's no healing anymore. 1-0. He had a 20 supply lead, and now he's down to 43. LinGuaGua has to fall back, though. Needs a little more mana, I guess. Oh, Shredder. Is there enough damage still? LinGuaGua's army isn't the best either.
Crypto level 5.
Yeah.
That's a strong level up. Going for beetles right away. No
Yeah.
moment of hesitation.
A little bit more mana. Shadowhunter region is coming up. This spell was there. Big experience gain through the beetles, of course. And takes care of them. Dude, level 4 Crypt Lord now. Level 2 Howl of Terror. Both are kind of fighting with nothing.
The summons are so strong. Level 3 snakes against level 3 beetles. The DK returns. Why is he not going Lich anymore, though? Wouldn't an Orb of Corruption help out so much here?
Yeah, Nova would also be pretty great, I guess. Or just Frost Armor again. Heal Wave level 2 only, and the Pit Lord doesn't look too hot. That's the last heal wave for now. He could go for a potion.
We do have destroyers now, but oh my god, the snake damage against the destroyers.
Yep.
Jesus!
That's like 50 average damage or something. The Crypt Lord dives deep to kill the heal ward this time. Game on a knife's edge. LinGuaGua, he closed this down to a 5 supply. He took the supply lead.
Wow.
He caught up 20 supply. Oh,
Dude, this shop
dude.
was just brilliant.
Yep.
This shop was so brilliant. But the Lich is coming, more stashes are coming, more fiends are coming. There's a burrow there.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Oh, and Wyvern coming in as well. I doubt there's web. No, there's no web. Attack upgrades only on the Ghouls. Hall of Terror once again. Can the Shadowhunter gain some mana? This might be 1-0's tournament life on the line here. Every map matters. He has
I'd love
1,000
to know
gold.
the items in the shop. He might be out of mana pots. He might be out of clarities soon in this orc shop.
Mana on the walkers doesn't look too good either. Raider about to fall. Fiend shot kills him.
And the Lich's about to come out. And then we have the orb.
Yep. Yep. And such a great spell. Whatever he chooses. Frost Armor or Nova. Both so awesome.
1-0 is definitely out of mana pots in his shop, by the way. He just used another one. Alright, but here comes the Lich. And now we have a lot more right-click damage.
And Web is out as well. He can easily deal with the Wyvern now. There was Nova first on the Pit Lord. He wants to get rid of him.
And just always barely enough healing. The DK is pretty hurt here, but honestly, if he dies, he comes back very soon. The altar is right there. Only level 1 hero still. But now very close to level 2.
This spell again, but it merely even touches the beetles anymore. On level 3, so tanky. The burrow falls, and with that one, LinGuaGua is supply stuck at 40. Impale, he wants this kill now. There is a lot of mana, but also a little bit of healing. Nova maybe a little too late. Can't follow through, can't follow into the snake pit. Oh, Destroyer falls again. Level 6. That's level 3 heal wave. Level 3 heal wave is so big.
Jesus.
What
Dude, what is this slaughter, by the way?
Yeah, this fight is going on for like 5 minutes. Let's go tower this up. No, there's a barracks.
There's a barracks.
I didn't even see that. Okay. But the supply numbers are growing again. 1-0 has 2 gold mines. LinGuaGua has 1. He's down to 6 gold. He can afford zilch.
And the heroes are so strong for the orc here, but what else does he have? More destroyers now being morphed. They can't get ensnared anymore. No raiders are left. And the undead army is taking over.
Uh-oh. Can he get a hero kill somehow? There's 1 clarity, but where can he find the time to pop that clarity? I don't think he can. I think he weathered the storm.
Dude. After losing 20 ghouls and 10 fiends and 3 destroyers, 1-0 does survive, and that's the GG. 2-0 for 1-0. But man, LinGuaGua made that a close fight.
That was super fun, man. He was about to kick out 1-0 out of the tournament with a Shadowhunter Pit Lord burrow rush in the end. Or burrow push. It wasn't rather a rush, but... What? Yeah. Am I still dreaming? Is this like a weird... Is it a nightmare? Is it a dream? I'm not sure. This was a hell of an entertaining game.
Yeah, this was super cool. Great creep route, dude. Lightning shield creep
Yeah.
at 1, 2, 3 camps.
Yeah.
Steals the enemy merc camp away, gets a lot of mercenaries himself, abuses the low mobility of undead early game, where you can out-micro the ghouls so easily, and the beetles even. And the snake pit being set up in the early stages there with the level 2 snakes, really good. And then level 3 serpent wards, level 3 cleave. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of damage. But
The
just
decision to
barely
go
not
for
enough.
level 3 Serpent Wards, right? Like, wouldn't everyone else just use Heal Wave? But he's like, nope, you're gonna come up with some destroyers, I need to kill them? Let's go for damage. That's exactly the way I like my Warcraft.
And that shop there outside the undead main, so smart. Without that shop, he would have had to retreat way, way, way sooner. That would have never worked. But he almost made it work. Killed so many fiends and ghouls, and even the DK, right? He killed once. But the Crypt Lord did there in the end, carry it through. And once there's triple hero destroyers, A-bombs, fiends, statues, holding off against that on one base, even if you have 6-5 heroes, just doesn't work anymore. So that's the win for 1-2-0. That is him with decent chances to make it out of Group A. But to 100% make it out, he needs to win one more map. He needs to make this a 3-0. And that will be decided if he can make it a sure thing for himself on Amazonia.
Okay, that might not be a Crypt Lord game, or does he do it there as well? Did he find a way? Looking forward to this. Like, this is gonna be interesting. It's either a different approach by 1-2-0 if he goes for another hero, or a Crypt Lord on a weaker Crypt Lord map that might open up the chances for LinGuaGua.
Yeah, I would definitely expect a standard play here out of 1-2-0. That's nowadays a bit of a strength that the Undead is enjoying that we didn't have before in this matchup, where depending on the map, you can adjust the strategy and go for the better one there. On easy expansion maps, you want to go Crypt Lord, possibly. And on harder ones, like Amazonia, this is not a very good standard game for the Orc. If you just go Blade Master, Triple Hero on AZ, especially if you don't get off to a good early game, it's really tough to level the TC, especially, but not only the TC, even for the Shadowhunter, it can be difficult. So I would expect DK standard out of 1-2-0 here, certainly. Crypt Lord, so hard to pull off on AZ. But with that in mind that you won't be off to a good start in a standard game, is it maybe now time for LinGuaGua to do something else? Farseer, maybe? TC Headhunters, maybe?
I mean, he has played two very different strategies already. I'm pretty sure he has another thing prepared, but also 1-2-0. We've seen some Crypt Lord tower pushes here. I know you're not a fan at all of this, but I just want to point out it is a possibility. Should you do that? No. Is it the best strategy? No. But is that the metric for 1-2-0? No.
Dude, I have an idea. How about getting ready for the new patch? LinGuaGua now plays Blade Master, Mirror Image, and pulls Creep Camp into 1-2-0's creeping to make his life difficult. Huh? How about that?
Yeah,
How
sure.
about that?
Looks, like, sounds great. Sounds really great.
Dude, a few days ago, I lost to a guy playing Mirror Image first. That felt so bad.
Wow.
That felt so bad.
Wow, how did that happen? Did you just leave your computer and
I was confused, man. I was so confused. and I lost. Feels bad, man.
Ouchie. Poor Remo. Poor Remo. Sometimes you have these days, right? When nothing goes right. Okay. Game 3. Playoff points for 1-2-0. Now we're here where, like, it was in his own hands and it is still in his own hands. And this time it's an Alza Ziggurat into Crypt.
All right, that's the Tet Fiend build. Moving back to the meta as we outlined on this map here, Amazonia. Crypt Lord is so hard to make work. Crypt Lord, you want to play fast expansion normally, and that is pretty much impossible. The creeps are too tough. The Blade Master might come in. You lose all the last hit. The game is over. If it is Blade Master, or is it Farseer? That's the question. Blade Master, it's not the best map for one-base triple hero, as you can't creep so easily, but at the same time, when you play Farseer, you want to be the one to expand, and just as it is hard for the Undead, the same is the case for the Orc. We do see the Farseer.
Ooh.
But, yeah, how's he gonna expand is the question. Normally, against the top Undeads, the Farseer is decent, you know, in the late game, but he's not that strong compared to Blade Master Triple Hero, Undead Triple Hero. So you will need an expansion at some point. And 120 knows this. 120, upon seeing the Farseer, will realize LinGuaGua will have to expand at some point. And on this map, it is very punishable indeed.
Yes, absolutely. Farseer's like never a bad hero, I feel. Can always be impactful. Doesn't really matter what he faces. Let's see. Is he going for the creep first or a very harass heavy early game?
A player's forces are under attack.
Lightning Shield creep could be quite beneficial here, but the Acolyte wants to disrupt this.
Oh, there's a
Forcing-
purge on him.
Yeah,
Still-
forcing the purge.
oh,
Nicely
no.
done.
Yeah,
Oh, he
can't
just
get-
messed it up just with the Acolyte.
Yeah.
Damn, 120.
Oh my, and he even denied the Acolyte, so he's
wow.
giving LinGuaGua nothing.
Wow. That was perfect. Perfect counterplay.
The kid is pretty good sometimes, man.
A
Zero
player's
strike for
forces
LinGuaGua.
are under attack.
Yeah.
With this Farseer, you really need to take the tempo lead. You need to get level 2 fast, maybe level 3 fast, control the map, buy space for the TC, buy space for the expansion. And with you starting off for a long time at 0 experience, that doesn't bode well.
This is a way early attack for 120, of course. It's a way earlier lit than before. This might just be a little bit of a slower game. Like, what is LinGuaGua
player's
supposed to do
forces
now?
are under attack.
There is no Narrow Tower, so maybe he can harass the Acolytes.
Yeah, 120 very confidently here, not even going for the slow tower. Trying to find the Farseer now, but especially upon nighttime, it's a little harder to do. Or even sends the Fiend out to scout at the camp. Has the Narrow Tower coming up now. The Wolves can harass a little, but without Chain Lightning, it's very hard to find kills here.
Yeah, I mean, at least distract, at least prevent the DK level 2. That might be the game plan here. But 120 is not afraid of wolves at all.
Yeah, he says, free experience. Thank you. Gonna
Yep.
take that. Alright, finally the Farseer can creep something. Ideally, you want to creep camps away from the opponent's side, but that's a little too dicey right now to go for. It's going to go for his own. Just going to get him very, very, very close to level 2. Then he's going to finally have Chain Lightning,
player's
and 120
forces are
will
under
start
attack.
creeping himself with the same camp. Going to lead to his level 2 as well.
And then, like, you still need time at tier 2, right? You have to level, you have to kind of expand. I don't know if 120 will...
The later the game goes. Whereas, yeah, the Farseer TC Tier 2 style will have a few more issues in that regard. Great scouting at all times, by the way. So
Yeah.
amazing how he always keeps vision with the skeletons.
And
DK in the
good...
meantime keeps creeping.
Yeah, good inventory for the upcoming Lich, man. +9 right from the bat. Okay, TC is coming. Tier 3 on the way, Lich on the way, Slaughterhouse, of course. So we don't see a temple yet. We don't get early Banshees.
Double Bestiary, by the way. This can sometimes catch undeads
A
off
player's
guard,
forces
but
are under
120
attack.
again, Skeleton Scout. He is... Oh, he only saw the one, though. He didn't dive deep enough into the base. I think he might be doing it now. Yeah, if suddenly 5 Wind Riders appear and you don't have web ready, and you maybe are in a bad position, that is how the Orc can take control of the game again. But it's a big gamble here by LinGuaGua.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he has to do, right? Like in a straight up fight, especially late game, there's no way you can defeat 120. Remember that WGTL game against Focus on Last Refuge?
Yeah,
Focus
dude.
had all the advantages in the world, and then 120 just, quote unquote,
A player's
out
forces
microed
are
him
under attack.
in a way that we've probably never seen before on that level. So yeah, micro wars against 120, maybe not the right idea. It's the right approach by LinGuaGua. Try to cheese, try to surprise. Even if it's not the best strategy.
Yeah. He probably felt his heart sink into his chest a little bit, though, when he saw the Skeleton Scout in his vein. He's like, God
Yeah.
damn it. Why did you have to scout this?
Why are you so good? Well, there's a reason we call him the Necromancer. And also this item feels kind of bad now that he commits into Wyvern getting the Vamp Aura.
Yeah.
Aye, aye, aye. But okay, it can be a critical mass with Wyvern. Then you almost one-shot Fiends. And that's what he's aiming for. But it's very all-in-y.
It's going to come down a lot to the TC. How well can he get into position? How good are the Stomps going to be? And of course, on the other side, how well is 1-0 going to split against them? And how is he going to utilize the Dark Ranger, which should be the third hero, and this time uninspired by the Boots of Quel'Thalas. You know I love him on the Dark Ranger, but even without, he should be playing her. It's all about how well the TC connects. If the Stomps aren't very good, then there's very little chance for LinGuaGua. He gets a level 3 now, which is exactly what he needs. There's always the possibility to go for a run-by with Speed Scroll into the back of the Undead base with, trying to kill Acolytes. But not tried yet.
Okay. Web coming now. It's a quick upgrade, and LinGuaGua is not pushing by any means. So that will be in time. And then you can web, kite, kill. Sounds like a good counter to me.
He sold the Quel'Thalas world. Oh. Sad face.
I think by now you have kind of a foot fetish or like boot fetish or something. You're into boots of speed, you like the Quel'Thalas, and he's playing a Pit Lord. Makes sense against Wyvern. There's no Dispel against the Howl of Terror, and the efficiency of Howl of Terror against Wyvern is magnificent.
Alright, so he's saying, never mind, I don't need signs, I can just split perfectly. Let's see how well he does it.
Well, not good, and the Pit Lord almost dies immediately. Gets a potion in the end. Now the splits are better. TC is trying to connect, get 3-4 targets. Still okay. Is the damage of the Wyvern enough, though? I don't think so. It's close to LinGuaGua's base, so he can replenish this army. Storms are okay, but now the mana is gone for the TEC. Not for the DK, though. So he can throw coils left, right, and center. This very much looks like 1-0 in the playoffs to me.
I don't think he lost a Fiend yet. Very good Frost Armor and Howl play. Suddenly the damage of the Wyvern isn't so scary, and they're webbed, they're dead. And that's GG. And 1-0 makes it out of Group A.
Okay, that means we get a decision match between Chemico and Moon next week here at WCG. Kind of sad to see one of these players say goodbye. Chemico, such a huge upset by defeating 1-0 in the first place earlier at WCG. And Moon, is it the WCG curse once again? There is definitely a shot for Chemico to beat him. He has to bring his absolute 5th race A game to defend his countrymen. But first of all, 1-0. Great performance versus Moon. Struggling versus Chemico, but now today, absolutely on point. And that's why he belongs in the top 8.
Yeah, GuaGua had a decent tournament, showed some good games, but just in such a tough group, it's hard to keep up with the other 3. Moon, Chemico, and 1-0, both on all 3 on separate occasions, looking really good. Man, this could be a really gut-wrenching defeat here for Chemico. He could be dropping out of Group A, even with a 2-1 score, even with defeating 1-2-0 in the group stage, because he just doesn't have the best points.
He lost the one map, this one crazy map against LinGuaGua. That could break his neck. Moon and 1-0, they didn't lose one. But alright, it's a decision match coming up as well in Group B. That is, Lin is already qualified, Soen is already out. So it is between Infi and Joshi for the round of 8. There's once again one clear favorite. That is Infi. That is the WGL and WCG champion. But Shishi seems to be on the rise. Can he challenge the Iceman? Or will it be another clean 3-0? We're going to be right back at WCG 2020.
콜라프가 민첩 같이 이렇게 붙어있기 때문에
이거
꽤나
언제는
강력하죠.
완전 방어적인 아이템만 나오거든요.
홀!
아이 모르겠고 나 홀까?
아 예전에 또 홀까만 살살 이런 것도 있었는데
그렇죠.
훨씬 더 강력한 압박을 느낄 수밖에 없어. 한 번 더 필요합니다.
이제부터
한 번 더 때려요.
스코를 마지막이었던 것 같아요. GG.
했는데 데스나이트와 함께해요. 혼자 가지 않았어요. 아이템 내 아이템 누구 아이템인가요?
비비기.
아이템!
와 비비기가 제대로 됐어요.
야 컬러풀.
아니 저거 하나 좀 줘도 되는데.
아니 사느냐 이게 굉장히 중요해 보이긴 하는데요.
근데 어머니가 대문 더.
영웅 한번
잘 뺐고.
노려봤어요. 디스. 디트레이트.
이거 대박인데요
이거
이거?
영웅들 만화가 완전 거덜났습니다.
아까
다시 한번 타운트 뒤쪽으로 빼고 있는 데스나이트. 아유. 피시피시. 결국에 꼬챙이가 이마에
일단 못 써요.
거기다가 데모너터가 왔어요. 물 먹고 왔습니다.
지지다 지지. 상대가 어지간하면 멀티를 저기다 짚고 걸어오는 걸요.
자, 체력.
갑자기 만나가지고!
이거
죽은 것 같은데요.
사망이죠.
대박. 그러니까 급한 거 없는 오크는 세요. 급한 거
레벨업.
없는 오크는.
점사로 뒤쪽으로 한번 노려봅니다. 알케미스트 다시 한번 클린 스프레이. 그러나
불마
위쪽은요.
혼자서 지금
아처 상대를 다 하고 있어요.
그냥 우하고 가니까 그냥
무쌍.
네, 와르르 하고 그냥 무너진 슈레드까지 뽑았다는 거는 일단 지금 당장 뭔가 병력
사냥. 이상하다.
뭐야 왜?
이거 못 봤어요. 이거 못 봤습니다.
자, 다이 텔포밖에 없어가지고 포탈이 없거든요.
아니 이거 그렇죠. 누르는 순간
아니,
이거 경기 재밌고
어차피 9홀이기 때문에
이거 120 잡나요? 길 맞고 한 번 설마 더?
자, 이거 텔포
설마
탄다더라도
더?
쿵 있어요.
공격력이 너무 강력합니다. 아예 옵시디언 스태츄 전담 마크 하는 워터 엘리멘탈입니다.
그렇죠.
이거
리치
이거
전사 소리가
썼는데
났죠. 코인보도 70대 44입니다.
큰 실수만 하지 않는다면.
리치
고의를
무적은
죽이는
있어요.
했는데.
무적은 있어요.
버티기 못했습니다. 여기 눈에 보이질 않습니다.
리치 나온다. GG.
GG를
컨트롤 매직으로 인해 가지고
꿍치면서 내려봅니다만 아이고 깜짝이야.
야, 저 상황에서 지금
내려놓고 먹은
와.
거 내려놓고 먹었나?
용기에 매달 내려놓고 먹고
저런
찍었어요.
용기는 자 포도비스 이게
킹유 아바타는 안 보여줘도 돼. 아바타.
스모던
아바타까지 나오네요.
GG. 그리고 타워를 많이 지어놨어요. 굉장히 많이 지어.
근데 타워를 지워놓긴 했는데
싹 다 변신. 지금부터
와우,
뵙고. 와,
인피.
이거 기가 막히게 하는데요.
자.
이거 타워만 최소로 되면 이거 압박 심할 것 같습니다.
이게 라이플이 없는 상황.
나이스
인피.
각도.
좌나 포션이 그 임팩 한 번도 안 해요. 그렇죠.
우와, 오늘
GG.
각도가 노젤 완전 미쳤는데요.
와. 이게 좀 애매할 거예요. 이게 썼어요 그냥 근데.
안쪽으로
야,
파고듭니다.
마다 포션이 있으니까 된 겁니다.
여기는 들었었던 디스토이어.
야, 저 상황에서 또
와,
용기에 매달
썬더크랩!
내려가지고 썬더크랩.
밀릴 수밖에 없습니다.
피트.
와! 라이트 위인 게 되게 중요한데요.
그렇죠.
위치가 싹 좋지
자,
못한데요.
플라잉 머신은 어떻게 잘라먹느냐가 좀 중요합니다. 디스가 남아있어 얼마나 아프듯이
안 돼요.
들어갔고
여기
리치는 무적
노려봤습니다만.
받고
네.
GG.
싸움만 돌아가서 클레런트 마시면 되니까.
약간 가불기거든요.
임페일
무적.
매번 성공하던 임페일이 무적. 와 얼굴 돌리자마자
이거
큰일 났어요. 이거 잡아놔야 돼요. 잡아놔야 돼요.
이거
잡아놔야 돼요.
MC0
잡아놔야 돼요. 와 이걸
140.
이걸 길 막아야 돼.
몇 타워?
멀티를 귀찮게.
저 샘플.
아이고야 이거는 포탈 눌러내.
포션은 있는데
먹었어요.
안 해? 저걸 잡는다고요?
아니 저 클러가 있어. 와
포탈 태우고 있다. 무적풀이
끝까지
돌아왔어.
무적. 이게 봐야 돼요 진짜 이거.
이거 근데 막 로코트 소음 쓸 수가 없어요 지금.
네,
임페이 팔라딘을.
이거는요.
팔라딘!
이건 이거
팔라딘!
잡은 느낌이 드는.
팔라전사.
그런데 크리트로드 전사.
팔라전사가 더 크지 않을까 싶은데요 이거는 그래도.
그래도 뒤쪽으로 빼면서.
자, 마키까지 전사 체인지.
잡았으면.
저 프리스트가 좀 문제인 것 같아요.
그러네요.
자, 프리스트가 하나 먹은 건가요? 데스나이트 경험치가 올랐죠.
1.4인가요? 아이고 이것도
이거 프리스트 평타로 죽은 건 약간 이거
좀 더 안정적으로 플레이했으면 좋겠는데 나는
위스패밍에.
막아주는데요.
자, 포탈 타세요. 집에 가세요.
누르세요. 손님.
가셔야 돼요, 이거. 진짜
손님.
위험해요.
손님.
이거 하늘의 제왕이에요, 저 친구는 정말.
이거 만화건 정말
나가씨.
이거는
아니 이게 무슨 이거 말도 안.
돌아왔나요? 노라이어 돌아왔나요?
시작했나? 이거 지금 드라이어드 병력이 지금 이거 오히려 잡으려고 오는 건가 싸우려고 오는 것 같은데요?
나머지 선수 어디 갔어요?
일로
여기에
오고
있네요.
있어요. 일로 오고 있어요.
이거 반지의 제왕에서 본 것 같은데요? 옆에서 빛을 비치면서 걸어왔었던 간달프 그 느낌.
그렇죠. 자, 무적 있어요. 데스라이트는
버텨줍니다. 어쩔 수 없이.
일단 돈은 같이 이거였네요.
이거 선 좀 넘는데요.
지금 위에 지금 기본 팀 자체가 말이 안 되거든요.
왜냐면 공격력을 상까지 없어요.
그렇죠. 그렇지.
이거.
무조건 빨리 녹여요.
자, 그런데 이거
대부분
뒤에 있는 드라이어가 생각보다 데미지를 많이 입고 있는 상황이라서요.
네. 자, 근데 리치 전다.
아이고, 이런 끄이가
블라이한테 졌던 거를 여기다 풀었어요 지금 보니까. 딜이.
선언하면서
네.
홍보 22팀 팀장 홍진호. 나 홍진호 한시대를 풍미했던 프로게임은 동시에 월드 사이버 게임 WCG 홍보 정말 딱 맞는 의뢰야.
안녕하세요.
이건 언니 사진이야?
본인.
본인. 제가 누군지 몰라요? 외국인이야?
코리안.
일본 호카. 스무. 본인을 한 단어로 표현하자면 우현 씨는 제가 뭐 기존에 어떤 일을 했던 사람인지 알아요?
네네네. WCG는 아주 세계적인 그런 게임 회사거든요. 다 준우승, 다 은메달, 2등만 공주 노래고.
내 이름 홍진호. 홍진호. 빌어먹을 홍보 22팀 너무 쉽게 수락했지?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the World Cyber Games with our second set of the day. 120 is already qualified for the round of 8, and who will follow him? It's definitely going to be a Chinese. Is it a human? Is it a night elf? Is it Infi? Is it WCG?
On paper, of course, the big favorite here seems to be Infi. In fact, on War3 Info, I'm not sure I've seen this before. It's a 16-1 in the odds in favor of Infi, of course. So everyone is banking on Infi here. I'm sure a lot of the Chinese fans are as well. And yeah, Infi is one of the strongest players in the world. In fact, he's last year's champion.
Man, what a final that was. What a tournament that was. The final against TH, of course. The last win of WCG against Infi is about 2 years ago. Pretty much on the dot. 2 weeks less. But that tells you a lot of what's going to happen. The last map, Shishi won in May, but before then, 4 matches that ended up in a 2-0. Infi is the big time favorite, but we've said this a lot here at WCG.
Yeah, in fact, looking it up right now, he won 2 years ago, but that was against Infi's Orc. The last time he defeated Infi's Human was 2017 in April, so kind of like 3.5 years ago. Starting to get to happy territory over here.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's definitely one big favorite here, but Shishi has those moments as well, those games, those days, where it's looking really good. He will need to bring his very best. There's no consideration here about map score. It's just about winning this series. Infi, whether it's 2-1 or 3-0, or Shishi for that matter, Doesn't matter here. Sowin is out. Lin is in, which also makes me wonder what that last game is going to be looking like then next week. But yeah. Shishi and Infi, what are they going to show us here? Is it time for some Beastmaster? I'd love seeing some Beastmaster.
Definitely possible. Shishi usually a little bit behind the curve, I would say. But you never know. With Shishi, you kind of never know. And he is probably well aware that this can't be a standard game. Not against Infi. And it would be very interesting to see, right? What is Infi's approach to defending this Beastmaster? We've seen him against Keeper. We've seen him against Warden. He's deflected it all. The Korean Night Elves are very, very desperate. Like, it doesn't really matter what you come up with against Infi. He has the answer. Does he have the answer against Joshishi's play? It is Echo Isles, and I would bet a lot on a Warden here.
We do have an altar build, so no neutral hero here. Echo Isles, once upon a time, was classically known as the Dark Ranger map, but that is basically not played anymore. We saw it not too long ago by Passion, actually, which was pretty cool, but on the top level, it doesn't seem to be working out too well. Yeah, Warden also, what I would expect. Question is, AM or Mountain King for Infi?
I would think AM Expo, since it's Infi.
Yeah.
Can you
Fast
disrupt?
expansion, definitely. Like, that's something that it seems like the humans are once again more and more incorporating into all their matchups. Against Undead, of course, always. It is the Mountain King.
It is indeed, and the Warden for Joshishi. That was to be expected. So far, the norm. And how can he disrupt this creeping? We've seen this fail recently, plenty of times, as people are getting better for this. At this.
And it's no early militia scout, right? This is something that humans used to do a lot on this. Oh, no, it is. There it is. I thought it was a footy scout, but it's a militia scout, actually. Designed to steal the Shadow Priest away and be really annoying against the Night Elves creeping. You can even bring the first footman over there to make life even more difficult. But with how it works out, perhaps Shishi can get the Shadow Priest. Militia duration runs out. It's a big deal who gets this first mercenary.
Can he... Oh, looks like the Wisp is a little faster. Oh, Infi gets it. And that is healing. Oh my. This is healing for him against possibly a Shadow Strike. Not a great start for Shishi here.
It's a lot of damage on the Shadow Priest already, though, so I think he can't go in and threaten the last hits too easily. MK is going for his own mercenary camp here. Gonna get level 2 quickly, and also a Shadow Priest. But that's a militia scout used early, and also a lot of militia used early for creeping, meaning Infi's lumber should be quite low here.
Another Shadow Priest, man. That's big investment. Can he steal this? No, Shadow Strike secured. I like that. Shishi getting rewarded with a Pendant of Energy. Don't take any chances. Don't cut too many corners. Even if it costs you a little bit of mana and maybe a little bit of moon juice, make sure you get that big last hit. Right choice for me.
Commits early in a skill build. This means we're not going to see Blink Fan, which is definitely the scariest that the Warden can do if she gets high levels. Level 4 quickly, or especially level 5, the Blink Fan harass against the peasants. Super painful. Of course, the Warden can decide to retrain, perhaps, if she does have the resources. But so far, pretty well dealt with by Shishi, I think.
Yeah,
Keeps creeping.
given the fact that this is the third best player in the world according to the Warcraft 3.0 Elo ranking against the 44th best player in the world, so far this is looking good. And now he has to accelerate. Now he has to snowball. So far, no expansion for Infi. He does have the resources now, kind of supply capped. He needs this expansion as Shishi is teching already.
Sees this twice, with the footy scouting it and with the crystal ball scouting it.
Better safe than sorry.
Maybe there's something in this there. Wait, did he actually use it to reveal the Archer maybe? Perhaps he did.
A player's forces are under
So
attack.
what's the Warden doing? She's looking for stragglers. She's looking for reinforcements. All about the experience. Trying to get to level 3 and 4 as quickly as she can. Goes Fan of Knives as well. No blink for the
Whoa.
Warden.
And that against the Mountain King. Isn't that a little bit too scary
Town is under siege.
to get stone bolted surrounded? I guess he wants the echo damage as early as possible. This is something I do see from time to time, but I don't very much like this. Only level 1. That seems to be like a waste of resources, of mana resources. And now, yeah, have fun getting out there.
And for once, the crystal ball is really good. He's
Yep.
gonna reveal her in a second. And needs to be fast with the TP, otherwise Stormbolt and Bash could have been her end. Alright, that's the TP used early, but it's also in the south, creeping going on. Man, but Infi knows this is happening. The star sense is tingling, coming in for the creep jack.
Mountain King is far away though, so there's no real lockdown. It's just a little bit of distraction and slowing the expansion down. And buying time for his own expansion, of course, when it is unpunished. I'm not sure, like, he needs a little bit of experience. He's not getting it here. Is there? Okay, there's another creep. Needs to get it. Can't allow Infi to last hit the other troll.
Mountain King says hello. He knows these Stormbolts will always land, as there is no blink for the Warden to dodge them. But she does get level 3 as well. Level 2 fan definitely hurts, but these long-range Stormbolts, we can see it. They will always connect, and... Wait a minute.
She just dead.
Is she just dead? Exactly.
Oh, reveal. Ouch. Yeah, that was a mistake to not go for Blink and to go for Fan and into the expansion. Rather stick with the Shadow Strike, kill a footman here and there, and be a little safer. This is not allowed to happen at all.
Yeah. Warden, probably the most momentum-dependent hero in the game. If you get her levels in time, and if you control the game well, she can be really good. But if you don't, she can fall flat on her face very quickly. Has to be Tavern revived. That's very expensive. Not looking so hot for Shishi. But the upside is, Infi was super low lumber. He didn't tech for a very long time. I think he's just started a second ago. So it's gonna be a while until there's a scary army out there.
Alright. Warden now creeping without an Engine of War. After a Tavern revive. This is such an expensive mid-game for Joshishi. Lumber mill here. Okay, tech started as well, as you said. Is this a... Wait, where's the Magi? Asleep?
Taking his time, you know, still browsing through the market, looking at what's on the shelves, looking at what's on sale today.
And then leaving the store and getting killed. Nice.
A
Good
player's
life.
forces are under attack.
You know, it's the summer sale going on, or rather, you know, the what's it called?
Huh?
50% off for all the summer fashion. What, are we going to the store together, Neo? Gonna buy some new
Of
clothes?
course. Oh yeah, I love
Some
that.
black t-shirts, some black pants. How about that?
I'm not sure if they have the right ones, but we'll see about that. We got a staff now for Shishi. His tier 3 is severely delayed as well. Playing the Warden solo for now. Mountain King grinding up to level 3 with Bash. No clap yet. So far it's a lot of piercing damage. Not sure if Infi has defend yet.
He got level 4 so quick. 30% chance now to Bash, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna retrain at some point. Of course, that hero kill went a long way.
With an expansion, you can easily afford that. Warden trying to rise up to level 3, and Infi sees, alright, dude, you don't have Blink, you don't have a TP, you might have a potion, but I have the damage. Or maybe he doesn't have the damage.
Alright, this is starting to turn into a big experience feed over here.
Ouch!
Yeah, Infi biting off a little more than he could chew right there. Rare mistake.
Now defend is here. But for the town portal, killed 3 footmen, I guess. The fan was absolutely worth it, but dude, look at Infi's gold. Ah, now it's gone. 1,700 gold, tier 3, and the second hero at the same time. Blood Mage it is.
Blood Mage, okay. What's he making?
Griffin
Griffins?
Aviary.
Griffins, okay.
Who played that before? Yumiko, right?
Oh my god, that game was so crazy.
Yumiko, wasn't it Yumiko
100
versus
supply.
Shishi? It was Yumiko versus Shishi. Do you think this is Infi showing Yumiko how it's done?
It could be.
It could be, right?
It could be.
Just because Yumiko didn't do too well, he's just mimicking the strat
Oh yeah, it is
to make a point.
The D-Hawks, as the Canadians call them. Or is it actually going to be Griffins? Could be both, I guess.
Oh boy.
The G-Riders.
The G-Rider.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under
Well,
attack.
well, well. This is gonna be one interesting game. How is Shishi's reaction? He's at the tavern. Moves away from it. Question is, when will he scout this?
So curious what he's going to make here. Hawks or Griffins. Classic Echo Isles problem. You run out of creeps very fast. Very difficult to level the second hero. Blood Mage is going to be stuck on level 1 potentially for a very long time. As the Warden is still trying to get to 5.
A
This
player's
cap might be
forces
enough,
are under
but
attack.
I'm not sure.
Is Infi just going Griffins only? He's not producing any Hawks. He's banking 1,600 at the moment. Is he just skipping Dragon Hawks? Then he has
gonna kill
nothing
Dryads.
against Dryads.
Here comes a push into the main. Just with a few footies and mercs. This definitely could give the Warden the level
A player's
5.
forces are under attack.
Close, very close. He needs a staff as well, I think, to start the harasses. Or boots, or more mobility in general.
Infi pretty low on lumber here. Classic. Still not making any units out of the aviaries. Still keeping us guessing.
Goes for our animal war train, and it's the Griffin Rider.
There we go.
He's skipping everything but
Player's
footmen.
forces are under attack.
He skipped everything of tier 2, and he goes from his earliest unit to his latest tech unit.
Infi things, man. You can just do whatever you want if you're Infi. But the Warden did retrain now to 5. There is now Blink Fan in the mix, which makes the economy's life quite difficult. But at the same time, Infi is pressuring the expansion. Perfect timing there to cancel the Entangled.
How is Shishi's Expo not up yet?
A player's forces are under attack.
We're at the 12-minute mark.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
It is. Well, it turns into a big problem once Infi spends his gold, and he just invested 800 into more upgrades. And oh, he's even going for a D-Hawk. But okay, he's building army now. Have fun dealing with that, Shishi.
Yeah, normally against
Town
this
is
mass
under
air, you need a second hero, whether it be Tinker or Panda. Both can be good, but it was all Warden solo, and her Fan of Knives only hits 5 targets, so it's not like she can deal with the mass air so easily.
Are under attack.
But she is certainly quite strong at the moment. Missing only an Orb of Venom here to be perfectly equipped. Gets out of the Siphon with the anti-magic, that was pretty nice. And if he says, you know what, don't want to fight yet, I'm going to TP out.
You know what? Even if the Warden gets to 6, usually Avatar would be a problem for the human, right? But Infi says, okay, if you want that ultimate to work, have fun, because my air units don't give you any corpses to use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a
Yeah.
Demon Hunter second.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to be easy keeping that one alive.
As soon as there's Banish Stormbolt on a level
Player's
1
forces
Demon
are
Hunter.
under attack.
Yeah, have funsies with that.
Dragonhawk, not the most damage, but Griffin damage is pretty good. Demon Hunter level 1, only 575 HP. Something we oftentimes forget. Like, usually it's Demon Hunter first and he gets very tanky with items, with levels, with evasion. Well, level 1, without circlets or anything, quite the squishy boy.
Especially against Banish and magic damage and single target spells. Yeah. Feels like Infi is just toying with his prey.
And this is a big push coming. If Shishi can hold this, then maybe he can stabilize on high supply. But man, that's Knights, that's Griffins, that's Dragonhawks. It's not gonna be easy to hold this one.
Nope. That is already 75 supply. 20 supply lead. He's tearing through this expansion. I don't think he can hold this at all.
A lot of hammers involved here. MK
Yep.
with the hammer, Pally with the hammer, Griffins with the hammers. It's hammer time.
Okay. Blood Mage a little bit in trouble. Forced into a TP. So well done. Defending this, delaying the inevitable, maybe, for a bit. It's such a strong army. He's already at 2-1 upgrades as well.
And if he creeps the bottom right, he can get that level 2 for the Blood Mage. With that Vanish, he can use it aggressively or defensively to save himself.
A player's forces are under attack.
Storm hammers. Speaking of hammers, now they get even better. Mountain King close to 5. Blood Mage got Vanish now. Okay, the Warden finally starting or restarting the Echo Harass, which is absolutely necessary, especially if you're in one base for so long. Infi found a good mix of delaying Shishi and buying time for his tier 3 and grinding himself. At one point, you can't really stop that anymore, so he's suffering at the main base a bit, but he's almost maxed out anyway.
With good upgrades here as well. The volleys hurt
A town is
from the
under
air units. The
siege.
storm bolts on top as well.
Towers!
And we even have towers coming up.
Sweet. Yeah, this might be the end of the game. There's almost no anti-air. Dryads, are they one-shot already? Not 100%. Level up. That is Devotion Aura. Makes these units even harder to kill. Oh boy, he can staff out 1 or 2 Dryads, but my god, is that an absolute destruction. Never got level 6. Never got AoE. And never got a chance.
Great game by Infi, knowing exactly how to control the game, how to punish the Warden. Ever since that hero kill in the early stages, Infi just gave no inch. No chance here for Shishi on map 1. GG.
Oi, oi, oi. And that is Shishi facing elimination. That is Infi facing the playoffs. One more map. The Korean casters just did a handshake. I'm not too sure what that is about, but maybe they had a little bet going on or something. Looking good. And Infi, I heard in chat before that he was practicing with TH a lot yesterday, and I know he was practicing with some other Night Elves. There's a little bit of a practice group going on. So Infi not only streaming, not only playing W3 champions like crazy, but also putting in the hours, especially for WCG.
Yeah, very important tournament for him, for all the Warcraft pros. WCG is one of the most prestigious in the entire scene. And when you have insider information about who he might be practicing with, considering your history with Lawlight and considering the fact that Lawlight will be playing against Sock.
What?
Hmm.
What? I don't know what
My
you're talking
detective
about.
senses are tingling.
Really? And yet, let's see your detective skills. Who's the other guy that's involved?
Lawlight.
That's another
Infi.
one.
Ah, wait.
In this
Who
practice group.
Well, TH, right? TH for colorful.
Nah, TH is kind of exclusive for Infi. So it's Infi, Lawlight plus X.
Oh, Moone? Moone,
No.
maybe?
No.
No. Well, I'm gonna have to do some more investigating later. Gonna have to get my pipe and my Sherlock Holmes hat on before I can solve that great riddle.
Play the violin a little. Go for it. I mean, there's gonna be two sick human versus Night Elf matches next week with Moon versus Chimiko and Lawlight versus Sog.
Wait. Does he also play the violin like in the classical original version? I thought that was just the BBC thing.
No, that's the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was never much of a Sherlock Holmes guy, I must say. But Benedict Cumberbatch, it's just amazing. But he's just amazing in everything. Even when he was the only good thing about The Hobbit when he played Smaug. Just amazing.
Yeah, you and your movies there. The best thing about Sherlock Holmes is obviously the Disney adaptation. But back when Disney was good. Anyway, Is this how the rest of the best of 3 is going to look like?
Honestly, it very well could. Infi showing why he is the big favorite here. We mentioned it in the Elo ranks. He's way above Shishi, and that showed on map 1. Yeah. But if Shishi gets off to a good start on Terranas, maybe, if the Warden can take control, maybe something's doable. But honestly, Infi is just so good against the Warden as well. He's also very good against Standard. I want to see Last Refuge. I want to see the Beastmaster. I want to see the Bash Bear. Let's do it.
Okay, you want to see a lot of things. Can't always get what you ask for, but maybe he obeys. Concealed Hill, it is not championship, playoff points for Infi. If he wins this map, Shishi is eliminated, and Infi is in the round of 8. So is it going to be the Beastmaster? I highly, highly doubt it.
Yeah, I'm afraid not. That's a normal altar. This is gonna be either Keeper or Demon. It should be. Normally Keeper on this map. Demon Hunter first still seems to be tough to make work. Demon Hunter second, on the other hand, seems to be looking better and better in this matchup. But the Keeper's aggressive potential just can't be matched by any other Night Elf hero. Some Night Elves have been playing... humans, excuse me. Some humans have been playing MK Fast Expo even on this map. Is Infi gonna do it here? I doubt it. AM seems to be a little more reliable here. What are we gonna see?
Alright. Demon Hunter it is. And that's why we call him the Acrobat, especially with his Demon Hunter play. Always very, very risky performance. Always on the edge. Sometimes very successful. Sometimes a little Fly-esque, falling flat on his face.
So when you play Demon Hunter, you already give away what your late game strat is gonna be, right? You can't go mass archers into MGs because you need Reju to help the demon sustain. Otherwise, he's just forced out of the fight every time super fast. So you have to go Dryad Bears. Unless you go for some kind of crazy tier 2 all-in with like mass Dryads and archers and Naga maybe. But yeah, Demon Hunter first, man. I haven't seen it do too well at all against you.
Not a fan. Remo not a fan. Hashtag Remo hating on things. But we'll see how that goes. We have seen quite some successful Mountain Giant play here on Concealed Hill. And maybe that's what we get. Thanks to the fountains. Did he just deny it? It looked kind of like it, but I don't think so.
It's very close.
Yeah.
Both getting full experience here.
A player's forces
No
are
Wisp
under attack.
Detonate coming in for the Water Elementals. Always really nice for the Night Elf. If they can get more experience and get the level 2 right away. But it's very hard to time properly. Plus also, Infi was looking for that. Would have been
The
defending
town is
against
under
that.
siege.
And what do you think, Neo? We're going to have a fast expansion here maybe, eh?
Hey,
What do you think?
Infi and the fast expansion? Dude, don't be crazy. When did that ever happen?
It's a wild idea, I know. But, you know, maybe. Maybe.
He's
I
even
gotta
fast
see that.
expanding versus Orc these days on multiple maps. So yeah, this is
A player's forces
pretty
are
much
under
guaranteed an expansion play, as this is the norm. I mean, on this map, maybe not 100% the norm, but I mean, it's 4 farms, it's a lot of peasants, and it's Infi.
Could he detonate a Water Elemental, get level 2, and then burn Baby Burn with Immolation maybe?
I think that's colorful exclusive.
For a while, Foggy also did it quite successfully, but that is quite some time ago.
Shishi.
Alright, off we go. Demon and archers around. Infi doesn't care, he's starting the camp regardless. With Detonate. If he gets the Water Elemental, that's level 2.
Here we go. Okay, is it the all-in build? With him, it is Immolation! Dude, Remo, your calls this week are incredible. This is a lot of damage. Good positioning here. Can't get the big one, so it's still level 3. But what does level 3 give you if you have no mana? A couple of stats, I guess.
Kind of a tanky AM with 800 HP here. But a few peasants certainly did go down, retreating to the back. Demon is being left completely alone. Not attacked at all. Until now. That looked kind of
A
successful.
player's forces
Yeah.
are under attack.
Was it enough, though? Infi is definitely bruised. His game plan is delayed, I would say. Destroying Infi's game plan seems to be kind of impossible, as he's building the expansion now. But yeah, Shishi needs to do more damage. She has to keep up the pace.
I like those boots. With that, he can certainly hunt down the footies a lot more easily, but great footman control, man. Infi here looking good. Getting shocked a little bit by the burn damage of Immolation, which is so rare to see nowadays. But this does have a downside. This will mean the Demon Hunter doesn't have evasion, which reduces his tankiness by a lot, especially for the later stages. But the question is, was it worth it? Was that damage worth it? We have the Naga coming in. And now the question is he going to counter-expand Shishi? Is he going to go to tier 3 for knights? For bears, I mean, of course. Or is he going to go super heavy here with the Dryads and keep up the pressure?
So
Wait a minute.
far,
There's no Hunter Soul.
talent push? I like that strat a lot. You don't. It's super mega all in. If you go talents, it's good against footmen, as they have defend already. It's good against some towers. And yeah, the Demon Hunter with this build doesn't scale too well anyway, so maybe that's it. Or it's just Archer Naga.
A player's forces are
There's suddenly an opening here to cancel some towers. That's pretty good. Ah, no, never mind. Just finished. Perfect timing on the tower. Of course. How could I doubt Infi? Footy's coming in now from the main. Militia not even needed. That's something that the top humans always perfectly assess. Do they need militia or don't they? They're bringing them in at the perfect time. So hard to have that game sense.
Incredible how he shuts down this push by just turning defense on, right? I mean, great positioning, great scouting,
town is under siege.
but that's when you move away.
A player's
Archmage is in the
forces
base
are under
as
attack.
well. There's the Hunter Soul now. Oh, this is not good for Joshishi.
Yep, that Undertone is really late. We still don't have lores coming up. Turns on Immolation for 3 seconds and then he's completely dry on mana.
And he's surrounded as well. That's a TP.
Big yikes. Yeah. Can't get out of that defense around. Never ever.
Ooh, 5 HP. Is the Archmage still around? No, it's not.
Does he even have enough juice to heal him up again? The lower you are on mana, the harder it is to heal up with Moonwells because of how much mana it takes from Moonwells to replenish a mana pool. So that means the Demon Hunter might just be on half HP now, and it's gonna be daytime for a long frickin' time. But he's full HP. Never mind.
Okay, how many pushes are there still? Okay, tier 3. Trying to counter expand. This all-in didn't work. He's refusing to give up as it is WCG and a do-or-die match for him. But Infi with Footman, man. So good. Turning defend on when he's in range. Once he has to move, he turns it off again to be quicker. Oh no! Oh,
is under
threatening
siege.
us around again. This is so hard for Joshishi.
A player's
If he comes in
forces
here
are
with the
under
heal
attack.
scroll, maybe he can just win the game right here. But no heal scroll on the AM yet. Oh, but guess what? If they can't find the surround on the heroes, they can certainly find it on the Tree of Life.
Immolation
Yeah,
against
that looks like a
one
cancel.
target. That's so not worth it. And that's a kill. Yeah, when it rains, it pours. Joshishi.
Rough series.
This looks
A
so
player's forces are
brutal.
under attack.
discouraging, disheartening. Infi is just so good.
Yep. He's our WCG champion. Still reigning. And here very much looking like moving towards the 2-0. Super rich as well. He's not too low on lumber. Didn't forget about the peasants. The economy. He's keeping great, taking great care of. And almost every footman will survive. This is going to be a juicy region score.
Couple of kills here for Shishi, but it's just Footman. 1,000 gold. How is Shishi on 900 gold?
A player's forces are under attack.
Waiting for tier 3, I guess. And then that's pretty much it. Okay, the archers can tear down one tower, but militia is, of course, always already there.
And the second hero should be coming out soon for Infi. What's he gonna choose? With the Demon Hunter being on the field, maybe MK not the most coveted. I would like to see a Blood Mage.
You always like to see a Blood Mage. Oh, the calls.
There he
And
is.
double Rags.
How could you doubt my calls this week, Neo?
Dude, it's really incredible. Calling immolation is really not the worst thing. Anyway, level 3 Demon Hunter. Level 2 mana burn, but still low HP, no evasion on him.
I wonder if he's gonna go Thorzane style. Blood Mage and Alchemist. Can't creep too easily though. Infi here still is under pressure. But not in too much danger of losing the hero, certainly. Oh, and that tower is actually gonna finish. Wait a minute. Didn't he have the cancel there earlier? I guess he just barely didn't. Tower is finished now. And tier 3 is drawing closer. Is it time for Griffins again?
I don't know, man. What I know is that this expansion is even later than the one on Echo Isles, and that was already a 12-minute expansion. Didn't even creep that yet, so at one point he has to fall back. It is bears, not even immediate mountain giants. That could have been a play, like mass mountain giants, one big push with like 4 of them. But going into bears and MGs and expansion takes so much time.
Using Siphon to put more mana on the sorceress. That's pretty cool. Oh, we're gonna have inner fire rifles soon, boys. Hell yeah.
From double Rags.
I like this strat a lot. Todd, how do you feel about this? It's pretty strong, right?
Diving in, okay, got the redo now. Trying to tank with that instead of defend. Defend? Evasion.
Forces are under
And bears, of course. Not too bad. But we have breakers, we have rifles, we have priests. We have the blood mage out.
Oh, I thought it was a sorceress, but it was actually a priest.
Yeah,
Putting mana on.
clearly visible. I don't know what's wrong with your eyes, Reno.
Sorry about that, dude. My bad, my bad.
Don't have your glasses on today. Anyway, lots of damage from Infi's army. 20 supply lead. Feels like we see a 20 supply lead in pretty much every game in the this week.
Yeah, and the Paladino is gonna come in with heal here real soon. Knights as well.
There's absolutely not the slightest chance that she's winning this. Right? Like,
I mean,
yeah,
you know,
come up with something. Now I'm curious. Come up with a way to win this game.
Out of the infinite numbers of parallel universes that there are, right?
Yeah.
In
Doctor
one or
Strange.
two,
Come on.
in one or two, she maybe comes back with Chims, you know?
Yeah, against rifles, that's and banish.
player's forces
That's
are
You know, that is... stranger things have happened.
like what?
Listen, okay, you don't need to have proof. Just believe me.
Okay,
Oh.
you saying to me that
Dude, he's got a cloak.
yeah.
Can he put on double immolation?
No, it doesn't stack.
Ah, too bad. Imagine how cool that would be. You have cloak and you put an immolation and then you have a blue flames around you. Damn, dude.
Would it only increase the damage, or since it's 2 sources of fire, would it also increase the range? You know, if you put 2 lighters against each other, the flame grows
Should also,
bigger.
when you put it on, you gain mana.
a player's forces
Why?
are under attack.
I don't know. For fun.
For fun, yes, of course. Cloak of Sobi Mask. I like that.
It sounds like a great idea, dude. Coming to a PTR near you soon. Inner fire.
You just have
Is
to
it in the
open a
works?
Reddit thread. You know that, right?
It's about time, dude.
Yeah, it's been some time since you did something there.
player's
Last
forces
Reddit
are
that I
under
did was
attack.
a clip from a Bidoof story. Still love that.
So they're gonna buff Bidoo, or
They're gonna buff Bidu? How would Bidu want to get buffed? Which stat points should we increase on?
He just want to be loved by everyone. So I don't know, charisma. He has a lot of charisma though.
I already like him a lot.
Yeah, but you know,
Nobody else. That's not true. We all love Bidu.
okay,
He's not
CC.
getting close to 4. He's
Yeah.
finally gonna get immolation. That's pretty good. I mean, he's got MGs. He's got almost 70 supply.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, the Chimera is running into the rifles. Taking a turn now. Big water elemental summoned. Okay, Chimera reaches the army. Wait a minute. Is he kind of... Is there a chance maybe? The bears are definitely melting. Demon Hunter is disabled.
Siphon's starting to take over here. Mana superiority will be on the human side. And crazy strong level ups around the corner as well. But all 3 human heroes. And even without it, this army seems to be
Ultimate.
winning the fight.
Oh,
AM!
dead! The taunt distracted him. Okay, maybe this
Oh my
is the
God.
one possibility where Shishi is doing it. He's closing in on the supply. There is... Okay, he needs to keep this Demon Hunter alive somehow. Blood Mage in trouble. There might be a Holy Light. Nope, there is just a TP. Another Mountain Giant falls though. Ooh, that's big. But somehow
down
we
as well.
end this fight on even supply. And yeah, okay, Infi maybe has a 3rd base. But
Dude, but...
this was a way more fun fight than I thought it would be.
Yeah. I think Infi didn't realize his TP was in a different slot in his inventory. It's in a weird space. It's on num... What is that? 4 or
A
whatever?
player's forces are under attack.
That was probably not intentional. But he has enough of a lead. He can suffer something like that. And now he's got level 3 Blood Mage and level 3 Paladin. And that is sick level ups. And he's very close to level 4 AM as well. So, yeah, a little bit of a blunder there. Even the world champion sometimes makes mistakes. But still looking good.
He takes it a little lighter here. Level 4 on the Naga. Okay, level 4.5 for the Demon Hunter. The Chimera was constantly banished in the previous fight after the initial arrival. And not much damage uptime. Yep, exactly. Oh, dispels against it though. Now she's free. And the Knights...
Again. Yeah, how much money does Infi have? Well, about 1,000 there a second ago. If he banked a little bit, Infi could actually go up to 100 supply. Throw in a couple of sorceresses. Maybe some gyros. Ah, yeah, it's gyros. Gyros are coming.
That's a lot of production buildings, man. He can rebuild whatever he wants. Knights, gyros it is. The Chimera's trying to run out of range of the Blood Mage to not get banished. The damage is really good, even against the protection scroll. But now there's gyros, and what to do against them?
Yeah, it's only 2 at the moment, so they're gonna take out these gyms super fast, but over time, they will. Some knights are going down. There's no mana left at all on the Knight of side, thanks to Siphon.
He shouldn't take more damage on the Demon Hunter. He's about... Like, if he's focused, he's kind of dead. But man, these knights don't do a thing. The Chimeras are way more effective than we thought.
Yeah.
Level 5 now. Knights all disappeared.
Oh my god.
Casters as well. There's a supply lead for Shishi. Are you goddamn kidding me?
What the hell? Chims! The Chims are doing it. Yes, TP out again.
It's so close. 10 HP. The damage ticks down, but it's not lethal.
What the hell is going on?
Dude, we have ourselves a game.
And now free healing at the fountain. More Chims coming in. And Infi is feeling, this isn't as easy as I thought, even on 3 bases. He's making more knights. Knights gyros, what is this? Does he think he's playing against Undead? I don't know.
He seems to be very confident that he can take down the Chimeras now, though. And without Chimeras, where's the damage coming from that you need? And how do you protect them? Engine of Wind? Okay.
He wants to go hippos against the flying machines.
A
3rd
player's
attack
forces
upgrade
are
coming in,
under
so it's
attack.
going to be 3-2 on these Chims. That's pretty scary.
Yep. No Nature's
With lore
Blessing,
on
by the
top.
way, for Yoshishi. Can he reach the middle base? Damage should be amazing with Roar plus Corrosive Breath.
What a sick performance here by Shishi.
Yeah.
Fighting up against 80 supply, 4-3-3 heroes against triple base from Infi.
With an Immolation Demon Hunter. And a Naga. Okay, siege begins. Corrosive Breath not that great against towers, but we're getting there. Oh, are we? The gyros are coming in. And that should be the solution.
It's like 10 gyros.
A player's
Lot of
forces are
gyros.
under attack.
Do they have flag cannons is the question. They should.
No indicator here. Okay, here we go. Anti-air is very, very, very limited on the Night Elf side. The Engine of Wind wasn't ready yet. Scroll of Protection. Okay. But that's the end for the twin-headed dragons.
And the Naga gets to 5, but he can't even use her spells. The Siphon is really taking over, and the chimps are getting taken out slowly but surely. No more magic damage against the Knights. The Demon Hunter, can he do it on the ground? We have bandages coming in as well, and Infi is taking the supply lead. Suddenly the damage of the Night Elf has all but disappeared.
Oh my. There's still a couple of Dryads here could take care of the... Oh, Gyros. Gets a double kill. Almost a triple kill. But Mountain Giants are falling again. 7 supply down. Detonates are coming in against the casters. So everything will be drained. Oh, main gold mines are empty. He pulled all of them. But 20 supply was lost by Joshi. And Infi is just pushing back into high upkeep.
Landmines against the Dryad.
Yeah.
But gyros are dropping lower and lower in numbers here. So is Shishi's army though.
Yeah, 67 supply. Another Mountain Giant was killed probably.
Demon's almost level 6 though.
Yeah, but can he use that even? Shop is down, has no mana potion.
Yeah, and now Shishi down to only 1 mining base. Infi still 2 base income.
Yeah.
Once again, the 5th gold mine unconcealed is the stalemate breaker. Very unique aspect about this map.
Do you like that?
I like that. I was very suspicious of this map at the beginning, like with the Ogre Lord pull and the fountains being there, but I really like this map. Very special. I think it's a cool one that we added not too long ago.
The scouting by Infi again on the left-hand side, having the gyros ready. He's trying to backstab here with wisps. Okay, that could take some time. It's so many
Needs to be a great wisp flank. He needs to make sure he doesn't just completely run out of mana against the Siphon. And he needs to get level 6. Water Elementals are kind of free experience.
Wisps.
Big mana burn.
Bear staffed out, but the second one will fall. Town fall out. Interesting. And again, not giving him level 6. But 2 Mountain Giants still. Ah, okay. He portaled into a safer position. Shop is up. Naga level 5 as well for the Fork Lightning. That's kind of nice.
1 kill for level 6.
With no mana, right? Ah, he does have mana, actually. But no kills anymore. The Knights are too strong. There's only Dryads remaining.
And look at that Siphon going to work. Runs out of it though. Demon is healing up with the Reju.
Fork Lightning
Knight
maybe
is low.
for the kill. Oh, banish. Oh, has no mana. Last second save again. Infi showing up big time. That's level 6 Metamorphosis. Okay, still has the mana. But is this ultimate enough?
It's the Demon Hunter only pretty much doing the damage here. Is it enough DPS? He's getting threatened as well. He's low HP. He started into this ult with low HP.
He just wants to kill this Metamorphosis Demon Hunter. That should be an achievement right here.
The Knights with 3 attack upgrades. They do hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, we've seen many games turned around with the Demon Hunter ultimate, but not this one, my friends.
Infi holds strong. Up now at 91 supply. Holy. That is pretty much double the supply.
And mortars now to pressure buildings as well. Sometimes Night Elves use the Chimeras to end the game. Feels like this for humans and mortars.
Yep. Careful, methodical, step by step. Very good game by Infi. That hero loss early on the AM, that certainly was a bit of a doozy, but the rest looking really good. We have Inner Fire everywhere again. 3-2 Knights with Inner Fire. Pretty strong.
Yeah, good damage. A lot of armor. Just not enough. Shishi is still trying. He knows if he loses this map, he's out of the World Cyber Games. And that's it. GG. Infi in the round of 8, following 1-0 here. And Shishi follows Soin. Bye-bye. And WFC, I guess.
Our favorite makes it through, but good attempt by Shishi, man, staying in this game. And Infi had to pinch himself in that game. He was like, what the hell is happening? I have 4-3-3 heroes. I have 3 bases, 80 supply, mass upgrades. How am I not just smashing these fights? And that was due to Shishi, playing this really, really well. Smart transitions, got the MGs when he needed to, got the heroes pretty strong in the late game. The Chims did a great job against the Knights, but once we have a lot of gyros coming in, the Chims do suffer. And Infi could afford all that with his mass-based play. Expansions, holding on, surviving until the late game. A classic Infi win.
It was pretty cool indeed. So the eliminated players so far, LinGuaGua, Soin, Zhou, and WFC. The qualified players are 1-0, Lin, Infi, and Fly.
Absolutely. We're still gonna have a third map here. Last Refuge, where has to be a Beastmaster now, right? Has to be a Beastmaster now. Question is, what's Infi gonna play? How is Infi gonna play?
You're such a love with the Beastmaster. OMG. Yeah, Shishi sometimes a little slow, but I think last time we saw him, it was a Beastmaster as well against Yumiko. So wouldn't be too surprised to see it here either. Or we see some fun strats. I mean, we talked about the third map, how it can be decided with the map score. Not the case here at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Infi, wait a minute, theoretically, could he get the win if so, like, to win the group, Soin had to defeat Lin.
Yes.
And that is kind of unlikely.
So he gets 2 points here at least for the map score, so he could go up to 7. Yeah, Lin could be at 6. Yeah, true. Actually, if he loses here, or if he wins only 2-1, and if Lin loses 1 and 2, then it would be Infi in second place. So for the seedings, actually, this last map could be important.
Okay, of course, you want to win the group, as it gives you an easier quarterfinal, on paper, of course, that is. So Infi is going to take this seriously. For Shishi, maybe he just wants to get done with it. Throw in, I don't know, a tower push early against human, maybe not the greatest idea. Mass hunts or something quick, something dirty, something cheesy.
Something nasty, something rough, something naughty.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be our last map of the day, of the week. But we're going to be back. But we are going to be back next week. Yeah, Monday through Wednesday again at noon, 12 CEST.
Is absolutely correct, Remo. You learned a lot from me saying that over and over and over in the past couple of weeks, but it is very important. And of course, after the group stage, WCG doesn't stop. We continue with the very same schedule for the Team League. I wonder when they will reveal the teams to the public.
Yeah, and the format and everything. Really looking forward to this. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's been a while since the last big Team League.
June, man. It was the end in June.
Yeah. The ELL boys there. Looking so hot, so strong, so swift, so juicy. Are they going to show up big again? It's going to be fun.
Next week, of course.
I'm so looking forward to Chimiko versus Moon, by the way. It's going to be a sick game. We have so many awesome decision matches.
Was about to say the same. Like next week, we're going to have Moon versus Chimiko as a decision match. We're going to have TH versus Colorful, Focus versus Michael. 2 decision matches there in that group. Whoever wins
Hype.
makes it. Fly vs WFZ is kind of an entertaining Warcraft classic to me. Whenever they face each other, it's wild west territory. And Lawlight versus Sock, also a crazy high-level decision match here in WCG. Next week, it's pretty hype. Maybe people should just get off of work. Like, take vacation or call in sick. You shouldn't miss this.
Or until next week, just show your boss how amazing Warcraft is, and they can all watch it in the office together.
Exactly. Get a beamer, gather together with social distancing, of course.
Yep.
And then show us some pictures. Hashtag WCG 2020.
Yeah, looking at these matches, like Lin versus So, and that one isn't really going to matter. But every other game is really cool.
Well, if Infi wins 3-0 here, then a good score matters to Lin as well. Or win matters to him as well.
Yep.
Yep.
But-
Yep.
Do you think he's going to lose to TC Headhunters? I mean, he has lost to Soen before. I guess we shouldn't just completely rule it out.
Exactly.
So we know that Fly is in... Wait, do we know that he's for certain in first position?
Yeah. Sock and Lawlight can... Oh,
Yeah.
well, no. If he loses... Yeah. They can only get 5 max. So Fly is definitely first place.
So I guess you want to dodge Fly. Fly's looking hot recently, man.
Looking hot. Spicy as well.
Looking
Dude,
fresh,
we
looking
overuse
clean.
this so much. We gotta stop this for sure. It's too much.
You saw the compilation, right? The banter compilation?
Of course.
It was so good. when Bidu thought he was muted, it was freaking out.
Even checked his chords, man. It was so nice.
Oh,
There was
so good.
some telepathy between me and Carson. We just stopped talking at the same time. That was so good. You know, sometimes you have these moments.
So we're waiting for the third map. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the players think it's irrelevant, so they don't want to play it anymore. And then the admins are like, actually, we have to play this, guys. Come on. But this is just me purely speculating. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's just a join bug here and there, and then it takes a little time, or whatever. Maybe Infi is celebrating. Pops the bottles of champagne. He's not yet in the money. Maybe you should wait for that. But yeah, cool to see that WCG found a solution here in 2020 under these difficult circumstances. I wonder if they are broadcasting from Seoul and Shanghai for the playoffs. So, you know, to have the players in studio.
Yeah.
Should be possible.
Would be cool. Would love to see that. So far, the broadcast has been going great, really, without hiccups, really. Yesterday, we had 1 or 2 black screens, but other than that, it's all been looking really good, really spicy, really fresh.
Remo! We have to do like a hot spicy jar, you know, whenever we say that is $1 being contributed.
Oh, dude, that would fill up really quick.
I know.
And then donate it all to Viva Con Aqua. Don't forget, guys. drinking important.
Exactly. Stay hydrated, hydro homies.
Yeah, Infi started off into this group stage with a bit of a shock, with a loss, but of course he was playing against Lin. That was an amazing series. Would love to see these two meet again. Whenever they play, it's just amazing games. They really push the matchup forward. It seems like the top orcs have gotten better and better in the late game, finding the proper transitions. We saw it by Fly against Sock, which was a 3-0 for the orc there. Beautiful Wyvern play. And now once again it's up to TH and Infi to take the next step for the humans. It's always so fascinating to see how the meta is developed on the cutting edge, on the very top of the Warcraft scene.
Yeah, speaking of Fly, by the way, some Chinese fans have reported that after yesterday's match where Fly defeated Sock 3-0, he sent TH a gift on TH's stream, so like a donation, that was kind of worth $300. So I guess TH is not only practicing with Infi for his matches, but also with Fly. Pretty nice gesture.
Yeah, gave him some tips. Really cool. Maybe you should ask what's going on.
I did.
Mr.
The answer
Admin.
is no idea.
Yeah. Haven't had anything for breakfast yet. Maybe.
Damn, Remo. Why not?
Kind of.
You woke up kind of late.
Yeah, sort of. Like 10 a.m. or something.
Damn,
Didn't
that's
feel so
late for
hungry
you?
earlier. Yeah.
Okay. I was really proud that I got up before 11:30 today.
Cutting it close.
I really, really, really like my bed, you know? And I really don't like to get up. But for Warcraft games, for WCG, you know, I gotta do it. And I'm willing to do it. And I'm looking forward to do it next week. Okay,
Which
there seems to-
podcasts you listening to recently? I know you're a big podcast lover.
Yeah. Some crime broadcasts. Podcasts. Crime.
Crime or grime?
Crime.
Ah, like with detectives talking about
Yes.
cases they've been working
Yes,
on?
exactly. Yes.
Ah. Wait, is it true or is it made up?
No, that's true.
Oh, okay. Cool. I
Yeah, there
recently
seems
heard
to be a little bit of an issue with the lobby, they say.
Okay. Yeah, NetEase. As much as we like the platform, sometimes it bugs a little. Maybe it's the case here. Yeah, I listened to a Joe Rogan podcast with Brian Greene, who is a theoretical physicist and mathematician. Really cool. I always love that stuff. You know, me, a big astrophysics fan, meaning I like hearing people talk about it. I don't know much about it, but I really enjoy when they're talking about it. And yeah, it was basically kind of bleak at some point as well. It's like, yep, after long enough time, all matter is gonna dissipate. There's gonna be no life, no humans, no galaxy, nothing. But we have a few billion years, so I guess that's nice.
Ah, damn. Okay. So I can start learning to find a solution finally. If you guys have questions, by the way, we have no delay here. Rare opportunity. So if you want to know something, if you want to comment on something, if you want us to comment on something, hit us in the chat.
How come, Neo, by the way, we are streaming on Reign of Chaos? You know, some players like Toxie would love actually playing on Reign of Chaos, but
I know,
what's going on there on
I know.
Twitch?
Twitch is changing the way categories work. They were using, what was it called? Game Bomb or something, to get automated categories. And now, a couple of years ago, they bought Internet Game Database, and I think they are migrating towards that now. And there seems to be a couple of hiccups here and there, you know. That's why we're on Reign of Chaos, but I already contacted them, and I think it will be a big priority for Twitch to give us the proper Warcraft category for everyone.
Yeah, this is must be super high priority. I agree. Remo, please tell me that you do not like Oilchen beer. I can set your worries at rest. Indeed, I don't like it. Oilchen beer is gross hipster nonsense. They have small bottles of like 0.33s, and they're like $4.50 or something. It's
What?
ridiculous. Yeah, it's not as expensive. I'm kind of exaggerating, but they're way too expensive, and they don't taste good. No good.
Okay. When you guys are going to play Arranged Team on stream, when we get 100,000 followers, then we're gonna smack the Dust Boys on stream.
100,000 boys. We're only
Getting
around
there.
4,000 away.
Where you both located? Yep, both in Germany. I'm in Hamburg. Remo is in Mainz. That is close to Frankfurt.
No games anymore. Yes, we have one more map to be played here still between Shishi and Infi. We are waiting for that map. We're having lobby bugs at the moment.
Exactly. Remo is still bouldering, looking jacked, hot, spicy, fresh.
No more bouldering, no. My hands hurt too much. I've been working out in the gym, though. Camp Knopf!
Damn. Oh, dude, this background noise drives me crazy. I shut it down now. So, sorry to everyone who likes static noise, but giving me headaches.
Wait, the music's playing.
What? Are you kidding
Music's
me?
playing. Yeah. Why didn't you do that earlier?
It's just like, you know, you're waiting for the bus, you light a cigarette, and then in that very moment, the bus arrives. Anyway.
Hey, we have a game.
We have a game! Infi 2-0 versus Zoshishi. And don't tell me they're both playing in blue. They are both playing in blue. Okay. Nice. I'm blue, dabba dee, dabba da.
Ah, too bad they're not playing mirror. That would be amazing.
Well, I can't change the race after the series starts. So will it be another 3-0? We have a lot of 3-0s, man. Especially this week. I think we had only 1-2-1, right? That was Focus vs. Colorful. LinGuaGua 3-0. LinShishi 3-0. 1-0. Guagua 3-0.
You see that building in the base?
I did not look at the screen for 1 second yet. What's up?
There's no Ultra of Elders there.
Oh!
Shishi. Why? Why you do this to me?
Because he doesn't like you.
Where's the Beast Master?
He likes the Demon Hunter, man.
Cunning hero.
Cunning hero indeed. Blood Mage first! Infi is gracing us with special strategies, boys.
I actually thought he was gonna do it as well. I just forgot saying it. Humble brag. So, what's he gonna play here?
Expansion.
I guess against Demon Hunter, Banish is really good. But Flame Strike is so much cooler.
Zeppelin Flame Strike. I like the way you're thinking, Remo.
Maybe Orange Bird? Do we have an AKM in chat, maybe?
Big orange bird, I'm gonna celebrate hard.
It's a really bad
Love the
time for
tweet yesterday when you were
Korean.
talking about like starting to listen to Pavarotti and stuff, and he asked if that's a mushroom.
That was really funny.
Ah, Angry Korea, man. Legend!
So it is Banish first. Wait a minute. The natural is getting involved. The Ogre Magi. Ouchie. Demon is coming in.
Okay, how does this work out, though?
Can you see the item?
So be mask, nice. And level 2, here we go. It is Siphon and Banish and a Surround.
Oh, wow. Yikes. Banish saves the peasant. More Siphon. Demon out of mana. Who's gonna burn who is the question here, says the Blood Mage. And the answer is...
Oh boy.
Wait, it's... Okay, it's
30 HP. Has to use all his Moon Juice now. Yeah. Okay, good start for Infi. Mercenary camp open. Tech on the way. Tech on the way. Expansion on the way. This is gonna be fun.
Would Beastmaster be good or bad against Blood Mage? I mean, you have the summons,
You have no mana.
so it's... Yeah... But you just spam your summons, and then you're out of mana, and then you go in, and you do... Pow, pow, 1-2 punch.
Okay, that sounds a little bit like an all-in to me. Not too sure if that's what you want.
Just gotta kill more and more units.
Banish, threatening the surround, and with that, threatening the kill. So close. How do you get out? How do you get out? You're blocked. Shishi. Oh, I think we
Shishi.
won't see big orange bird.
Dude, what the hell? This game is 4 minutes long, it's already over.
Pretty much. No Infi. Maybe a Shishi.
A player's forces are under
No
attack.
tech, right? Hunch saw.
Oh wow, we're on tier 1. Big yikes. Oh, look at that Siphon. Suddenly he's full mana again. He was out of mana just a second ago. Level
And
2 Siphon, totally
He's
balanced.
just banishing everything, dude. The Huntress doesn't do anything. Oh boy. Yeah, that's an excellent Blood Mage play.
Looking juicy, looking fresh.
$1 in the jar. Yeah, it's Mass Huntress all in. Okay. There is a power spike for sure. But it's
I'd love
also
to
a
see
very
him
good blood mage.
Creep level 4 and retrain and make it Flame Strike, baby!
Yeah, retrain. I don't think he has the time to go to the shop. And can't afford it in the meantime. But yeah, Flame Strike would have been great. Would have been the best. Damage might be missing.
Banish wasn't good. It wasn't bad, I mean. It wasn't bad. Got the 2 surrounds.
Exactly. He just disabled all the damage and got the kill and a town portal. Oh, Banish wasn't that good. Remo with the high standards, man.
Beautiful. Nice. She's playing this blood mage really, really well. Absolutely.
Now there's no mana on neither side, so not too many banishes anymore. Is the sheer physical power of Shishi enough?
What are these wisps doing, by the way?
They're waiting to burn. Like, he burned a bit. So who do these Shadow Priests belong to?
A lot of hunts here, actually.
Well,
Oh,
not
there's
for
also
much
some
longer,
going
I
down.
think.
Wait a minute. Did he just deny his own hunters? Oh, no, wait. They're both. Yeah. True.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, for the Mercs, it's really hard to figure out who's who. But I think Infi is weathering the storm level 4. Demon Hunter banished. Needs some healing, though.
It's gonna be daytime soon. Then we have more mercs available. Mud Golem and Mauler. She definitely needs to try to steal those, I think.
Town falling to the expo. Love to have a regen scroll running now. Damage is indeed a little bit of an issue here. No rifles, no flame strike. Dude, how good will flame strike be?
Alright. Daytime in a few seconds.
New Shadow
Priest
Priest for
already.
healing. Yeah, this mercenary camp, man. The mercs are bringing the damage, the necessary piercing damage. Can he get a banish out? Yep. Trying to surround. Yep. This is the end for you, my friend. 3-0.
Blood Mage almost level 5. But Shiki's like, I almost made the comeback happen last map. I'm gonna try it again. This time, though,
A player's forces
with only
are
tier 1,
under
it might be a little harder. Alright,
Castigers. Okay, that was fun. That was, of course, a game for pretty much nothing. Infi 3-0 follows Lin into the quarterfinal. Cool that Infi was showing some special strats here in a meaningless game, really. Cool day today. Despite having 2 3-0s, we saw a lot of funny strategies.
Yeah, absolutely. All over the place. Shadowhunter Pitlord was involved. There was a crazy game there by LinGuaGua versus 1-0. Almost made the Undead's life very difficult, but 1-0 with a 3-0 has guaranteed his way into the next round out of the group stages. So it's going to be between Chimiko and Moon. That's going to be such a good damn game.
Next week, man. I'm so hyped for next week. Of course, this week we have some good content here as well with the PTR show matches with some cups. But next week, Monday to Wednesday, we're going to decide all players that will go into the top 8 of the World Cyber Games. It's not going to be Shishi, that is for sure. He had a chance today, but he was just simply outclassed by the Iceman. So was LinGuaGua with 1-2-0, who all of a sudden finds himself on top of Group A. Not sure if we see the standings now, but we will break it down for you for sure. There it is. 6 points, and Chimiko and Moon face each other for the victory in Group A. Is it going to be Chimiko? Is it going to be the Moon Curse again? He's practicing hard for this. So
Yeah, if it's a 2-1 win for Moon, then 1-0 would even be first place.
Ooh.
It's also going to be interesting. But everyone can still make it, or not make it, out of Group A, outside of...
Here we have
Oh,
it.
wait, 1-0 is still... Never mind. Just kidding.
Infi and Lin. Here the question is, will Lin win the game against Soen to finish first in Group B? Infi has played all his games. Shishi and Soen are out. So we have a couple of interesting situations in Group C and D for next week. In Group C, There's 2 decision matches between Colorful and TH. Who wins makes it through. And Michael versus Focus. Who wins makes it through, as all of the players have 1 win, 1 loss at the moment. And in Group D, we have the Dominator, Fly. Can he make a 9-0 in this? And Sock versus Lawlight for the decision. This is going to be crazy.
Wednesday's gonna be super sick. 2 super hype matches
Yeah.
there to decide. But Monday and Tuesday also gonna be great. Same time as this week, guys. Make sure to tune in again. It's heating up.
Monday through Wednesday at noon. Of course, we have the schedule up at backtowarcraft.com, and WCG is doing a wonderful job in keeping us up to date on their socials. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, and they're on Insta. They might even be on TikTok, as they are a little bit ahead of the curve usually. So give them a follow, give them a like, give them a nice comment that it's awesome that they support Warcraft 3 still in 2020 as they did last year. They definitely appreciate it. They read everything. And we will be back with the World Cyber Games on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday for the decision. It was a pleasure. It was fun. And we see each other next week. I nailed the end of the broadcast the past 2 days. I'm miserably failing this week. The Koreans, nope, they're not leaving the broadcast at all, and I don't have a cue. There's the bow, and bye-bye.